Okay, hey y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. Let's see who we got in the building. My mother's keeper. What's up, girl? Uh, fuck to listen. Salute to you, baby. Salute Armani Slays. Hey, Lily, baby. What's up, Keek? I was about to go for it, but then I was like, yeah, no. Hey, KB. What's up? Hey, y'all. Okay. Now, what all the naysayers did? What all the ones who were saying that it wasn't nothing fishy going on with the Nolan Wells case and everybody just blaming the friends? What Infamous did? Where is Minky? Because them two, I know for sure. Listen, where y'all at? Oh, female duck, please go back to your old name. Your old name? Like what? What is this one? I'm just gonna say Kiko. Hell, that's at the end. I'm just gonna roll with that. But female duck, can you go back to the old name, girl? Cause I didn't know who the hell that was, baby. Let me pin the link. Hold on, let me go to my live so I can pin the link right quick. Hey Scorpio, what's up? Yeah, what Officer Raccoon is exactly my mother's keeper. You sure right? What the hell he? What's up, Scorpio? Hey, babe. What's up? But what? Yeah, where's Officer Tatum? He been radio silent. Like he ain't been saying nothing since this audio then came out. Now, y'all, we gonna listen to that. This is the clearest audio I could find. Okay, I'm talking about clear. You're gonna be able to hear everything. You're gonna hear exactly what's going on. We're gonna listen to it. Let me pin this link right quick.
Huge impact because July 30th is Miracle Treat Day.
Okay, shut up. All right, I got it. All right, let me pin this link. All right. What's up, Rose? I was about to tell you to go live earlier. Laugh out loud. Let's go. Yes, we here. Cause listen, they tried to say the audio yesterday was AI and it had been messed with and it wasn't the real audio and all this, that, and the third. And now it came out that it's really the truth. Like the audio is really for real. So I'm waiting to see like when the arrest gonna be made or like what's going on because they didn't basically verify that the audio is real. So it's these friends that decided to play with us, that decided to play in our face. Like, I can't believe the friends tried to play like that. Like, they really thought they was just about to move on with their lives like nothing happened. They didn't know what happened to Nolan. It must be Katie's fault. It must be this person's fault, that person's fault. Baby, whole time it's their fault. Hey, Cali Star, baby. What's up? Hey, John Wayne. What's up, Weedy? Candy Crush. What's up, boo? How you doing? You haven't heard the audio yet? Shh, baby, this audio is crazy. Okay, so I came a little bit more prepared today, so I got everything already pulled up. Okay. Hey, Tim Fav. What's up, baby? So we shouldn't have too many interruptions today, okay? Hopefully my laptop won't go to working slow and shit, but we here. Let me see who I missed. Slow walking guy, salute to you. He was still on the island after 6 for real. No, he was on that boat. Slow walking guy. He was on that boat with everybody else. Okay, you about to hit a clear audio. They have confirmed the audio. TMZ didn't went crazy. Everybody didn't went crazy because the audio is for real. So, and the first person that I knew that broke this audio down, she released a video last night where she actually muted the 911 operator where you can only hear the person making the call and the people in the background. And you're gonna see all the words on the screen. You're gonna know exactly what they said, and everything. Okay. So you haven't heard it either, Cali Style, baby. Y'all gonna like this is about to trip y'all out. This is about to trip y'all out. What's up, Tyson? How you doing? Salute. Okay, y'all. So y'all ready to get into it? What's up, Vato? Where you at? You was another one talk about it might not be what it seemed, it might not be what it looked like. I don't know, y'all, like you had a lot of shit to say too, so where you at? I want everybody who had a lot to say to pop the hell out. I ain't gonna lie to you. PayDae, why the TMZ guys say maybe they were saying the boat was dying? What? Girl, I haven't heard that one. Not maybe they were saying the boat was dying. Baby, this goes to tell you that they'll say just about anything they have to say to brush this and sweep this under the rug, y'all. That's exactly what's going on. Salute to Vato for the 100 jewels. Or the 2 jewels. Thank you, Vato. Salute to you. That is Vato, huh? Is that your baby mama on the picture, Vato? What's going on? What's up? TMZ still talking about, but Warren said this, but Warren said that. Like Warren word is law. No, Warren name in this dang on audio. Bart name is in this dang on audio. Whatever happened, Bart did it. Y'all gonna hear it in the call. Y'all gonna hear it. You gonna hear them talk about it. They definitely had females on the boat. You can hear female voices in the background. You gonna even hear the girl who ends up contacting to find out the membership code and stuff. See, while he was on the phone with the operator, she was in the background trying to scramble to get the membership code to give to them. Like, you gonna hear all of that. Okay? When I say it's everything. Everything. You gonna hear everything. Okay? So, baby, they already trying to come up with alibis and everything. We gonna look at it all. What's up, gas man? Salute, baby. Yep, Tyson Bort show did it. They gonna say it on the audio. So I'm a give my theory on what I think may have happened, but I want everybody's opinion, so I'm gonna let everybody listen to it. Salute to Supreme Intentions. I heard it, and I'm waiting to see how they try to justify things. Now, me too, Supreme Intentions. I promise you, yes. Oh my God, Armani Slays, because it's just that deep. I am the streets. What's up? What's up, dude? What's up with you? Yeah, they're trying hard to discredit it. Yeah, well, baby, ain't no getting around this one. Oh damn, they got it clear. They got it clear. Okay, she gonna explain to you actually how she got it that clear and everything. What's up, Mad Dog? What's up, CB? What up, Thug? Got CB in the building. Yes, y'all get the likes of put them all under the jail, okay? It was the fact that they was just about to like move on with their lives. Like, that's what's tripping me out. That they did these interviews and officers hate them bitch ass. Where the fuck is you at? Like, so you ain't got nothing to say now? So Officer Tatum on mute. He didn't drop every video, every clip. I think the nigga is still over there dropping clips. Baby, we don't want to hear nothing they lying ass had to say. Matter of fact, we don't want to hear nothing your lying ass had to say because you went for it. You was going. You was all the way going. You was overly going, my nigga. You overly went. Okay? You overly went. What's up, Show Enough? What's up? Let me see if I missed anybody. That's what I'm saying, Candy Crush. It's probably gonna get emotional and shit. It definitely is, because you're gonna hear now. You're gonna hear the panic in their voice. Now, listen, we're gonna get into all of it, okay? Hey, Pretty Jim, salute. What's up, Lala's World? They need a new attorney. Who do? You saying they don't need Ben Crump? Sad. It was only a matter of time. It's 2026. We must assume that we're being recorded at all times. Hey, PayDae, tell your sisters I said what's up. That's my time, y'all. Let me go take my son piece out the oven. He wanted a pizza for lunch, so I had him a piece in the oven. All right, let me pull it out the oven for him, and I'm about to come right back. I guess I'm gonna replay Folds Up. Damn, I hate editing all that music out at the end. But it's literally only going to take me a few seconds to just pull it out and come right back to y'all. Okay, and we back. Y'all know one thing about it. These kids going to keep a bitch busy. Okay? They always got some shit going. All right? I swear, let me see what I missed while I was gone. Most definitely here if somebody asks if he's dead, and then he says that he definitely is after that. Hey, honey pot, I didn't see you in here, baby. Hey, Ocean Drive Slim, what's up, love? So let me see if I missed anybody else before we get into this good old video. Okay. Hey, Sincere, I haven't seen you in a little minute, boo. Hey, baby. Real vibe. What up? All right. So make sure I ain't missing nobody. All right. Yeah, they keep me busy, y'all. Don't laugh because they definitely keep me busy. Gotta go pick the other one up at 6 o'clock. Child, listen, I'm a running mama for sure. All right, so let's get into this thing on video. All right, now she gonna break down to y'all exactly how she came up on it. Hey, Firecracker. So keep that in mind as well. Y'all, that's a shame I had to have my little timer on my phone set so I can make sure I pull a piece out at the right time. I was like, yeah, let me make sure I get my son right though. One thing about it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, y'all. We're gonna break this down first. Y'all gonna be able to hear it all. Okay. All right, let's get into it. I'm going on mute.
Now, many of you have had questions about the CTO call audio that I previously played. Once again, this recording is publicly available online. Although the regular hold music is playing, you can still hear what appears to be a frantic situation unfolding in the background. Nothing has been added to the recording. Now, on to new developments. Fortunately, the call was recorded in stereo, meaning the dispatcher's voice plays through one channel while the young men on the boat can be heard through the other channel. I simply muted the dispatcher's channel, allowing us to focus more clearly on the background conversation. This audio works best if you use headphones.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
Okay, so the words are on the screen. Last night when I listened to it with my headphones on, and I verified it word for word. If y'all got some earbuds, some headphones, or some loudspeakers, plug up to them now so y'all can hear everything clearly. Okay, I'm gonna start it over from the top. What's up, Fly Rebel?
That I previously played. Once again, this recording is publicly available online. Although the regular hold music is playing, you can still hear what appears to be a frantic situation unfolding in the background. Nothing has been added to the recording. Now, on to new developments. Fortunately, the call was recorded in stereo, meaning the dispatcher's voice plays through one channel while the young men on the boat can be heard through the other channel. I simply muted the dispatcher's channel, allowing us to focus more clearly on the background conversation. This audio works best if you use headphones.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut the fuck up!
My car's
You
here.
have to go?
I need to go.
Okay, so keep in mind in this audio, you will not hear the dispatcher's voice because whoever did this audio, they took that voice completely out, so you can only hear the caller and everything that's going on in the background. And Rose, you too funny. Okay.
Membership. Shut the fuck up! What'd you say? Hey. It's coming up. We're just thinking. I don't know. Like we're going down there. I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. It got ripped off. Reach me at 2. What? Yeah, everybody's off the way. What? No, we do not need that. Let me get a look. Will, welcome. North. All right, are you ready? North 30 degrees by 46.72. Sorry, look. What do I need to send you? Yeah, what? No, we do not have the VHF radio. Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
We most definitely know some of the names that was on the boat now. So Warren's name was called repeatedly in this phone call. And Warren is the one who set his ass up there and did that goddamn interview claiming he didn't know fucking nothing. And he was right there on the goddamn boat the whole goddamn time. Yes. Now I'm wondering, because they kept asking Bart, like, what did you do or how did you do it? At some point in this call, you're gonna hear I want to say it was Bart that says, I didn't know he was on the fucking boat. So if y'all can remember in Warren's interview, Warren said that Wyatt and Bart's boat was on side of each other. So I'm wondering that Bart hit Nolan with his boat or something. Like, what happened? Something is not right. But it don't all the way sound like it's not, like it sounds like it could have been an accident, but I'm wondering, like, okay, so were they in a physical altercation and this took place, or like what really happened here? Like, it's confusing. But she's gonna break down at the end of this video. She's gonna break down exactly who Bart is. See, Bart lives way in Wisconsin. I think he's off at school in Wisconsin. He probably thought he could just throw this all the way and be good. Okay, we don't hear from Bart. We didn't hear from Bart now that the audio came out, and it's gonna be in this video at the end. Salute to everybody that's in the chat showing love, everybody that's sending jewels. I see y'all. Thank you so much to Tim's Av, Reflections with Kimberly. Did I miss anybody? Let me see if I missed anybody else that sent some yeah, I think it was just y'all. But hey, the Playhouse Baddies, what's up? Is that Lena? I ain't seen you in a long time. I heard Bart and Will. Yes, Will name was said as well. Hey Tracy, what's up? Just lying his white ass off. That's what I'm saying. It was the audacity for me. It was the audacity. I didn't call the Lena leader. I'm sorry. Talking about Nolan was his exactly. He was like a brother to me. He was a brother. He kept repeating he was a brother. Keep in mind, he still ain't go to their goddamn funeral. Talk about because everybody was accusing y'all. Everybody was accusing y'all because it was true. Yes, they most definitely said, Bart, what the fuck did you do? So whatever happened, Bart did it. Okay? Bart did it. Now, we don't know if it was accidental or on purpose, but y'all most definitely tried to cover it up. If it was an accident, why weren't y'all forthcoming with it being an accident? That's what was making me lean towards some other shit. But I'm gonna start this over and I'm gonna let it play, y'all. But it's the massive cover up from even the parents, because even the grandfather, when the grandfather called the captain, I want to say that's in this video as well, but it was the cover up already starting. Like, nah, they good. They don't need any help. But you're gonna hear them in the background talking to the family members, like their mom and the grandfather and everything. So you gotta play like close attention to the audio. Okay. But I don't know if Bart made a mistake and ran over Nolan with his boat or something. I don't know. Then in the beginning of the video, they were saying, cover his eyes. Like, why were they trying to cover his eyes? Maybe because they knew he was unalived already, and maybe his eyes was wide open. They sound just fine for him to be exactly. That's two. And I know they was messed up. You know, I'm pretty sure they was drunk and high at the same time. But still, this is a whole person's life. If nothing else in this world would have sobered me up, like nothing else probably would have sobered me up faster than my friend laying on the floor of a boat unalive. Like, yeah, I'm probably not even drunk anymore. I'm just gonna be honest, right? Like, they are trying to cover up what really happened. Exactly, that's the thing with this audio. Why nobody is locked up? That's my whole thing too. Maybe because you know they still don't know what happened. Fly Robert say I knew Bart was the suspect. Let's go 713, and let's go Fly Rebel. Somebody gonna tell to say they self for sure. Oh, Warren talking ass got about to be really talking. Now that they hear his name being called, they became accessories to the crime. They made a conscious effort to conspire and cover up. That's for sure. I think it was a mistake after a fight or disagreement, and they scared for anyone to be in trouble. Yeah, but whatever happened, it happened between him and Bart. The chance to believe anything they say is done. Okay? Like, I don't believe nothing. Y'all sit there and lied to us for days. But let's start this over and listen with some good ears, okay?
Once again, this recording is publicly available online. Although the regular whole music is playing, you can still hear what appears to be a frantic situation unfolding in the background. Nothing has been added to the recording. Now on to new developments. Fortunately, the call was recorded in stereo, meaning the dispatcher's voice plays through one channel while the young men on the boat can be heard through the other channel. I simply muted the dispatcher's channel, allowing us to focus more clearly on the background conversation. This audio works best if you use headphones.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up! What'd you say? Hey. It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like, we're going down. I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that. I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. It got ripped off. Reach me at 2. What? Yeah, everybody's off the way. What? No, we do not need that. Let me get a look. Will, North. All right, are you ready? North 30 degrees, but 46.72.
Since 1998, Lake House Reception Center has been serving the
Sorry, look. What do I need to send you? Yeah, what? No, we do not have the VHF radio. Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79. Yes, we are at Horn Island. Yes. If we were sinking, yes. No, we're not aground. We are in a 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water. I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes. You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor, or Fort Bayou launch. No, there's no children. Hey, worthless. Drop in the water. Try to jump in and pull the plug while you're going. Hold on. Take out of here. Take out of here. Hello. Take it out of here. Okay, what's going on? What's up? There are 0 adults on board. No. Nobody here is over the age of 21. Hello? Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat. Like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have life jackets available. A Triton, 22 foot offshore, 22 foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
Is Warren the one on the call, y'all? What y'all think? Y'all think that's Warren that's on the phone?
Okay, thank you.
I reached out to Ben Crump and also to Miss Christine. Hopefully they can get an audio forensic analyst to examine the original audio so we can know for sure what's being said, but it's something there.
Said my buddy Bart drove his boat up next to ours after he pulled us out away from the island, and then he towed us a little more while we were trying to get the motor figured out.
What'd you say?
So
She did a really good video. Even going back and clipping him talking about Bart and everything. Like, she did a really good video. This is Chronicle Speaks. So, y'all check her out.
Bart and
After
Okay, thank you.
I reached out to Ben Crump and also to Miss Christine. Hopefully they can get an audio forensic analyst to examine the original audio so we can know for sure what's being said, but it's something there.
Said my buddy Bart drove his boat up next to ours after he pulled us out away from the island, and then he towed us a little more while we were trying to get the motor figured out.
See that part right there. That part right there leads me to believe that when he was trying to move their boat for them, because Bart is the one that they saying, unless this whole story is a lie, we still have to take what Warren says with a grain of salt, because he was right there and he lied throughout this whole interview. So we really don't know what the hell happened. But listening to his lying ass interview, and then the audio leads me to believe that something happened when they was trying to move those boats. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Willie did a good video of the woman enhance the original audio. Okay, I'll look into his. But do y'all think that this happened when Bart was trying to move the boat? Hey y'all, I'm driving, but go look at Willie D Live. Okay, Nurse P say go look at his too. I'm gonna pull his up. Next, but y'all can let me know whether y'all hear this audio clear.
Audio.
As you can see, I have full coverage.
So we can know for sure what's being said, but it's something there.
Said my buddy Bart drove his boat up next to ours after he pulled us out away from the island, and then he towed us a little more while we were trying to get the motor figured out.
What'd you say?
So Bart Edmiston is a new name that we haven't really heard of until Warren started talking on Officer Tatum's show. Now, Edmiston is 21 years old. And when he was previously confronted about being at the pool party, he says, hey, I just want you to know Nolan was a friend of mine. I want justice and the facts to come out. I guess he's trying to say, I want you to know that I live in Wyoming and have not been in past Christian for over a year. I grieve for Nolan and want the same as everyone else. Thank you for your support. So the official sworn MDMR Marine Patrol report was filed as a non-criminal missing person report. Now, this was filed via telephone at 10:05 a.m. on July 5th, 2026.
Is this when Warren called the Coast Guard the next day? Remember, he said he woke up the next morning. He called Miss Christine at 10. After he hung up with Miss Christine, he called the Coast Guard.
Two individuals are listed as involved entities: 21-year-old Bart Joseph Edmiston Jr. and Jerry Ralph Atkerson, which happens to be Wyatt's grandfather, i.e., the owner of the boat.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said that Jerry. Yeah, he said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now.
Now, 2 videos ago, we went over the GPS data for Jerry Atkinson's boat. That's the boat that Nolan came back in on, along with Warren, along with Wyatt. We heard Will, we heard Bart's name, and we heard 2 women. Now, although Bart led investigators on his boat to get the GPS coordinates, I do not see anywhere where they were revealed to the public. At least not like Wyatt's grandfather, Jerry. I'm starting to think that these countless trips to Fort Bayou has something to do with Bart, because he doesn't live that far from Fort Bayou.
Y'all remember I said that? Y'all remember I said I can't understand why they would make 2 trips to Fort Bayou and back to that original dock. But Bart lives only a mile down the street from Fort Bayou. So he was the closest, okay? His house was the closest house.
About a mile and some change via boat. He has a very nice boat launch. Now, if Bart came in on a whole nother boat, what made them say, damn it, Bart, he's mother freaking dead, dude?
What'd you say?
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Say his name! No, we will! Say his name! No, we will! What do we want? Justice! Say his name!
Y'all, it's the fact that they tried to cover it up. And everybody say it's not a black or white thing, but is it really not? Is it really not a black-white thing? Because they were so quick to throw his life away and move on, go back to college, and be okay. Now, when I was listening to Trayston's interview, I had the one that he did with Officer Tatum. I hadn't watched it yet until I came back to B-Ways Live last night. I wasn't in there, but I ended up coming back in there. So Trayston kept saying that his friends would call him freaking out and panicking. I forgot what he related to, but when he said it, it made me feel like, yeah, y'all are behind the scenes panicking like a motherfucker. Y'all scared to death. You and y'all family. But it's the fact that y'all tried to really just sweep it under the rug like it was going to all go away. And although people don't like Ben Crump, baby, Ben Crump gave this the most attention. And it ain't no way they can get out of it. It's no way that they should be able to get out of this. This gonna really show us if it's a black and white thing. How they handle it going forward. Okay. Borg was the one that she put his single picture up there. His single photo. Now, in my opinion, the audio was pretty clear to me. If y'all want me to pull up Willie D's live, I will. You know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all vote in the chat. You know, press 1 if y'all want me to pull up his audio, or if y'all want me to go to the next video. Yeah. The whole Carmelo thing. Baby, I think Austin's dad did a new interview too. I don't know if he's starting some type of foundation or something else, but I don't be here for nothing that the Metcalf got going on. Okay, Nurse P say 1. Anybody else want me to pull up Willie D's? Okay, Lita say 1. Not CB talking about forget Willie D bald head. His was mind blowing. You must thought I was gonna deny I love you. Justin, shut up, bro. Like, like this is not about you. Nobody came to see you, Otis. This is so not about you. I do not even care. Okay? I posted it because you was talking all that shit. Like, don't be talking shit but be in my DMs, like, not even getting a response, baby. Like, yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that at all, ever. All right, so I'm pulling up Willie D's. Let me see if I can find a particular one y'all talk about. I think I already had it saved, though, but I never got a chance to watch it. But let's see. Okay, I see one. It's like breaking cleaned up sinking boat call reveals what many missed in Nolan Will's case. All right, so got that one pulled up.
Meta has come to Louisiana.
Let me get past these ads so I can put it on the screen for y'all. Okay, we are now moving right on over to Willie D, y'all. Y'all go check out Willie D as well. Share screen to this. Hey, Money Mo, I saw you speak earlier and I didn't get a chance to speak back. What's up, babe? All right, here we go, y'all. So let's this is so sad. Oh my goodness, this is so sad.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? Family, we got a woman on Facebook who goes by the name Janetta Brantley. She is an audio engineer, sound expert, who took the sinking boat call audio in the Nolan Wells case and enhanced it. Smoking gun, perhaps? Check it out.
west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Damn it, Bart.
Y'all hear that, fam? Did y'all catch that? Let me tell you what I heard. Can we cover it up? Yeah, I thought all about that. Another person go, oh. Another person said, you killed him. He's already dead. Is he dead? And then you hear the person yelling, Nolan. And then you hear somebody say, oh my God, Nolan, wake up. Then you hear somebody scream, Wyatt. And then they say, wake up. Get the F up. And then you hear very clearly, damn it, Bart. And then No-No's really dead now. Come on, fam. Come on.
Wow.
Come on. Why is it that the internet, the public, seems to be more interested in this case, in solving this case, than law enforcement? This is the work that law enforcement should be doing. This woman took it upon herself.
How the internet fucked this before the FBI?
Studio,
baby.
Use her money, her time to enhance the audio to get down to the truth in the Nolan Wells mystery. And it's as clear as that. We already heard some parts when somebody said, is he dead and all that stuff. So now we know Nolan was dead on that boat. He was dead on the so-called sinking boat. Nolan was dead. We know now for a fact. The audio is enhanced with no AI. You ain't got to take my word for it. I'll let Janetta speak for herself.
Before I play this, I want to quickly explain what I did, what you're looking at on the screen, and why I chose to approach this audio the way that I did. As a professional audio engineer with experience in dialogue editing, dialogue cleanup, sound design, and post-production, I decided to work on that CTO call using traditional audio processing techniques rather than relying on any AI voice separation or AI enhancement. My goal was pretty much to preserve as much of the original recording as possible while making the quiet.
To answer my mother's keeper's question, no, Bart is not the brother. I feel like he would have said that in an interview. Warren said, I called up my buddy Bart, and I asked my buddy Bart to bring his boat out that day. So I rode down there with Bart on Bart's boat. So he referred to him as his buddy. So, yeah.
Quieter dialogue and background audio easier to hear. So I basically use techniques such as subtractive EQ, compression, gain adjustments, noise reduction, frequency isolation, and other traditional processing methods. So what I did was I separated Vicky, the CTO dispatcher, from Warren and the audio originating from the boat so that I can concentrate more closely on what was happening behind and around Warren, pretty much on the boat. And I specifically chose not to rely on AI because aggressive AI enhancements and voice isolation tools can sometimes introduce artifacts and distort the speech or create ambiguity around the sounds that were originally present. And for something this serious, I wanted my processing to remain as conservative as possible. You'll also notice time code and dialogue written on the side of the screen and pop up during each segment. That dialogue represents what I personally hear as an audio engineer while processing and repeatedly reviewing these sections. I'm pretty much providing it as a listening reference, not as a declaration that my interpretation is the only possible interpretation. And that's important. I want you to listen for yourself, use headphones if you have them, listen closely, and decide with your own ears what you believe is being said. You can also return to the original unprocessed recording and compare directly with what you're hearing here. You'll also notice that my time code may not match the regular timestamp on the original uploaded video. And that's because I'm working inside a professional post-production timeline, a digital audio workstation, basically using simply time.
Yeah, I do remember that, my mother's keeper. He did definitely come out saying that his little brother was in a physical altercation. His little brother was punched in the face. But then Trayston's interview kind of negated that because, and so what's weird is all of them came out trying to tell us about all these altercations that happened, and none of them was dealing with Nolan. So Trayston told the altercation that he had. Warren told the altercation that his little brother had. But then come to find out when Trayston had his interview, the fight that Warren's little brother allegedly had was behind Trayston because Trayston had a fight with a guy because the guy was got in him and his girlfriend's business, so he says. Him and his girlfriend was arguing, and I guess the guy was like, hey man, you ain't gotta be that rough with her, like, you know, like stop talking to her like that. And they ended up getting into a physical altercation. He was trying to get back to the dude, but his uncle calmed him down and talked him into, I guess, getting on the boat to cool down. While that happened, Trayston claims that Warren's little brother overheard that same guy still talking shit about Trayston and ended up getting in a fight or ended up punching the dude who was talking shit about Trayston. And then Trayston begins to try to get off the boat to get back into the physical altercation that now Warren's little brother is having with this person that Trayston just had a fight with. Okay. But then he said his uncle made him stay on the boat and then he was rushed off and left. So, it was weird to me because the stories didn't totally match up. I mean, I guess we can look at it like Trayston went into more details. Warren didn't really give many details about the little brother's altercation. Besides, he said that he walked up to his brother like, hey, what's going on? And his brother said, yeah, some guy just punched me in the face, so I punched him back. He didn't even make it seem it was about Trayston. So yeah, that was that. But Bart is not Warren's little brother. Bart is a buddy of Warren's who has a boat. It looks like Bart people has a lot of money because did y'all see his loading dock for his boat? Like he has his own personal loading dock for his boat. So you can tell wherever they live, like, yeah, Bart and them people got money. But Bart is a buddy. Okay. So that's that on that. Let's see what else they talk about.
Time code, which in film that's displayed in hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. Film and TV timelines are completely different from timestamps that you see when you're watching regular videos or when you're watching a movie and you hit pause. So basically the time code on the screen is there to identify the precise location within my working session, not to represent the elapsed timestamp displayed by the original video player. And I hope that makes sense. For this first video, I'm sharing only approximately 37 seconds of the call. I originally intended to continue much further, but once I separated the dispatcher from the boat and started concentrating exclusively on the background dialogue, what I believed I was hearing became extremely difficult for me to process emotionally, and I needed to take a mental break. But I wanted to release this portion because some of the
PayDae.
Jazz, what's up, Thug?
It's me.
Girl, have you heard the audio?
I heard the audio.
Don't laugh because what the hell is going on?
Oh, y'all not gonna hate the way people hate the way I feel about this case. I feel like the audio been tampered with. That's how I feel.
But they didn't came out and confirmed that this is real audio.
Yeah, but I feel like they adding some pieces in it, or I'm not hearing what they want me to hear. Or whatever. I heard like an OMG. I heard that, but I didn't hear like.
Okay, do you need me to play the one that I played?
Which one you? Yeah,
Well, you
please.
can hear it clearly. Okay, because I like I ain't gonna lie, I like
I
mine.
was just I watched this already, so I heard like 2 versions from off of here.
Not Willie D's. I'm gonna go to my original one because the words is on the screen and everything. I'm gonna go back to that one. Hold on, let me see.
Girl, I dinner had to close my eyes, take a deep breath, and everything. Go. I'm like, I heard OMG for sure.
Oh no, it was so much more than OMG. And baby, they can't cover this one up, Jazz. You thinking how they want you to think, and I hate that.
No, yeah.
You like you thinking how they, because that's what they gonna start saying. They gonna want to start saying that it was AI, it was tampered with, and all this because they want to continue to cover this up because something most definitely happened, baby. Something most definitely happened. So hold on. Okay, so let me put it on the screen for you so you can hear it clear. All right, let me get Roast up here.
Yeah, this me.
What's up, Roasted Toast?
What's good?
Hey, Didi. What up with you?
I got what's up, Jazz? I got 3 things right quick. First
Okay.
thing is when I heard when they did the caption on their audio and it said get the fuck up, get the fuck up. I think that was actually somebody saying shut the fuck up because they knew dude was on the phone with them people and they over there talking about this shit out loud and shit. You see that it got recorded, the audio ended up coming out on the internet. That's
I
one.
did hear shut the
And
fuck
then
up.
and then 2, I'm trying to figure out why this dude was on the phone with them so calm, acting like he didn't hear what was going on in the background when they was talking about this shit while he was talking to the Coast Guard or whoever he was talking to. The third thing is, I don't know if you've seen it or know about it, but Stephen A. Smith did a show and he had that nigga Officer Tater Tots on there debating with another dude about the situation.
He got his
So
ass cooked too.
that's
Shit.
something, to watch or do commentary on maybe another show. Let me know if you need me to send you that one.
You can DM it to me. Send it to my DM.
All right, but what y'all think about the other shit I was talking about, though? Y'all think, what I'm saying, somebody's telling him to shut the fuck up because it's talking about that? And then why y'all think he was so calm while that shit was going on?
I did hear shut the fuck up. I heard that for sure. PayDae, tell them how you feel.
Okay, so I feel like that was definitely Warren on the phone that made the call. I felt like you could tell he was drunk and high, and it was a lot going on, and he was trying to keep it together. He definitely sounded too nonchalant to me for a friend to be dead. Okay, they all did. I don't know if I heard shut the fuck up or if I heard get the fuck up because it was almost like somebody was pleading with Nolan to still be alive. Kind of like, oh, you hear the oh my god, and then you hear no, then you hear somebody scream Nolan, and then you hear oh my god, get the fuck up, get the fuck up. He's freaking like so. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna replay the beginning. We're gonna replay the beginning of this because it's all there and all of it's in the beginning. So, Jazz, I do want you to understand too. This video was dropped by Cito. So the only enhancement that was done was isolating voices, taking away voices. Nothing was added. Like even if you go to the Cito original call, you can hear it in the background. It's just not clear because you're really hearing just Warren and the dispatcher talking to each other. You can only hear lightly the people in the background. But once that was enhanced, I don't think anything was added. But I'm gonna play the beginning of this video.
All right, let's go.
Now, many of you have had questions about the Cito call audio that I previously played. Once again, this recording is publicly available online. Although the regular whole music is playing, you can still hear what appears to be a frantic situation unfolding in the background. Nothing has been added to the recording. Now on to new developments. Fortunately, the call was recorded in stereo, meaning the dispatcher's voice plays through one channel while the young man on the boat can be heard through the other channel. I simply muted the dispatcher's channel, allowing us to focus more clearly on the background conversation. This audio works best if you use headphones.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Oh, shut the fuck up!
See, you heard, get up, get the fuck up. Damn it, Bart. That's what I heard. What y'all heard?
Okay, I heard it on this audio.
Get the fuck up, get the fuck up. Damn it, Bart. That's what I hear, okay?
Keep on playing.
What'd you say? Hey. It's coming up. We're just thinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now. I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here. It got ripped off. Reach me at 2. Yeah, everybody talks to it. What? No, we do not need that. Let me go look.
See, the girl in the background is scrambling because she's talking to the grandfather. She said, I think he just messaged me because they're trying to get the information for the boat. So you can hear that as well. Definitely was females on the boat. I'm going to go back just a tad.
Reach me at 2. Yeah, everybody talks to it. What? No, we do not need that. Let me go look.
They also said, check his chest. But then it said /text. So I don't know if she was saying, if they were saying, check his chest or check the text. Because then after that, she says, I think he just messaged me.
That would lean me towards check his text.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be. I'm gonna go back to that part a little bit.
Yeah, everybody talks to it. What? No, we do not need that.
It was definitely text because if you notice, they call Wyatt, and then check his text. It's Wyatt's boat, y'all. So this is Wyatt's grandfather's boat. So at this point, I'm feeling like they're starting to cover up right there. Because why would you say take a run for it? Like that part is kind of confusing to me.
Reach me at 2. Yeah, everybody talks to it. What? No, we do not need that. Let me go look. North. Are you ready? North 30 degrees by 46.72. Sorry, look. What do I need to send you? Yeah, what? No, we do not have the VHF radio. Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79. Yes, we are at Horn Island. Yes. If we were sinking, yes. No, we're not aground. We are in a 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water. I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
See, you can tell at this point that either they had moved the body or he moved away from all of the commotion.
You can show it to Ocean Springs Harbor or Fort Bayou launch.
There go that Fort Bayou shit.
No, there's no show.
Now the GPS coordinates show that they went to Fort Bayou twice.
Hey, drop in the water.
I wonder what he was saying, drop in the water. Was he telling him to just drop Nolan in the water? Y'all. He said just drop it in the water. Like, I wonder what he was talking about at that point. Let me go back just a tad.
Hey, drop in the water.
Oh, I guess.
Hey, jump in and pull the plug while you're going. Hold on. They got it here. Hello.
Wait, y'all. So hold the hell up. Hold the hell up. Now, what was they trying to take a loose? Because y'all said y'all was sinking, but now it almost seemed like y'all were trying to pull the plug. Hold on.
Fort Bayou on. No, there's no children. Hey, drop in the water. Hey, jump in and pull the plug while you're going. Hold on. They got it here. Hello. They got it here. Okay, what's going on? What's up? There is 0 adults on board.
Y'all, what the hell is going on?
Nobody in here is over the age of 21. Hello?
See, I think. Hold on. I'm going to let it go ahead and play, but I'm going to tell y'all what I think.
Like 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But
wait, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? He said about 7.
Yeah, 7 people on the boat. About
Right.
7 people.
Other dude said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost as if he's trying to leave Nolan out of the number. Okay? I'm taking it back. I'm going to take it the hell back.
There's lots of people breathing on the boat. Like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have life jackets available. A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull. Okay, thank you.
I reached out to Ben Crump and also to Miss Christine. Hopefully they can get an audio forensic analyst to examine the original audio so we can know for sure what's being said, but it's something there.
Said my buddy Bart drove his boat up next to ours after he pulled us out away from the island, and then he towed us a little more while we were trying to get the motor figured out.
Okay, y'all. So now after that, she breaks down exactly who Bart is. She shows a picture of Bart. Bart left a comment under, I think, the pool picture where he said, you know, he loved Nolan and he wants all the facts to come out or some shit like that. But he lives in Wisconsin. Said he hasn't lived out there, I think, for a few years or some shit, 3 years or something. I think he might be off at college. But so tell me what y'all feel after hearing it now. Tell y'all my theory, okay? Tell y'all my theory, okay? Because she was sounding a little unsure. So let me say this. I think that it's definitely still possible that this could have been accidental. It didn't seem like it was a whole bunch of like tension or all of that. It was more so of them trying to cover whatever happened up. But it still was the callousness of their tone. Like it was way too okay for them or to them. Now, what I will say is this. I think whatever happened, it happened when Bart was trying to tow that boat out. When he said Bart parked his boat next to ours and he tried to pull it and this, that, and the third. So you also hear Bart at one point say, I didn't know he wasn't on the boat or some shit like that. So I'm thinking whatever happened then. Because they was like, you know, oh my God, like Bart. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do? Type shit. So that's kind of my theory that Bart, when he was moving that boat, probably intoxicated. And whatever was happening with their boat, he trying to move them boats around and shit, and some shit happened to Nolan. And from there, they started to cover it up. And their family helped them cover it up because y'all was in the background talking to the grandfather and everybody else getting the membership numbers and the name and this, that, and the third. Because Warren ain't know what the hell he was talking about. He didn't know whether telling people how many people was on the boat, how many was breathing. He all was no adults, nobody's under the age of 21, but then there's no kids on the boat. Like, baby, make it clear. So he was all over the place. So it was, you could tell it was a bunch of intoxicated teenagers scrambling and gambling at the end of the day. So, all right, now I'm going on mute. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Go ahead, Ross. And don't forget the boat made a detour. That was kind of iffy too.
But the boat, the detour, I'm gonna tell you about. I'm gonna let you go, Rose. But the boat did the detour. If you go back to those GPS coordinates, they claimed that the boat was towed to the original dock, and then it left the original dock, went to Fort Bayou, then came back to the original dock, and then went back to Fort Bayou. But at the end of this video, the girl said that by boat, Bart only lives a mile away from where they were on Fort Bayou. So in a car, I'm pretty sure it's like right down the street type shit. So I don't know what the hell the 2 trips was for, because maybe I don't know if they brought his body first to Fort Bayou, went back to, like, I don't know. At that point, they was covering up and they was hiding shit, in my opinion. But that is closer to where Bart lives. And they hooked the boat up to a vehicle and drove the vehicle to a house. All right, I'm going on mute.
Take the line. Go ahead, Jazz. It's on you.
No, let's hear this.
Honestly, I was doing something. I wasn't paying attention. I just came back. Go ahead, Jazz.
Nigga, you still know what's going on.
Yeah, I think they lying. They full of shit. I think Bart did it. They said, damn it, Bart. Yeah, I think Bart did it.
Do you feel like it was an accident?
It
Or
sounds
was it on
like it.
purpose?
Well, Bart probably did it on purpose, but it sounded like nobody else was involved. Like they were surprised and shocked, and wake up, get up, all that type of shit, calling his name and shit. So I think it was just one person. I don't know if they had a fight or what. Well, for a minute, I was thinking shit. I was thinking, because I was watching on it earlier from somebody else live and shit. But I was thinking that this nigga little brother that he talking about, he had a fight, was fighting
Mhm.
Nolan. And he talking about he ran to the fight and he didn't see nobody. He didn't see who the dude was he was fighting. He just ran to his brother and that's when it was up and shit. And this and that. So at first I was thinking shit, that was Nolan, and then his little brother probably. I had the same question somebody else had in the chat a while ago. Was Bart his brother? Because that's what I was thinking, that nigga, uh, continued, picked up where he left off. But since that wasn't his brother, ain't no telling, man. Bart was probably, I don't know, had an altercation with him that they ain't speaking about or something. I'm trying to figure out how he did it though. Like that boat was little. I seen the picture earlier today. I'm like, that boat little in a bitch. So for them to be doing something like that and nobody else notice until they look and see that he laying on the floor is also confusing.
I wonder why Ben Crump them ain't spoke on this audio yet. If it's
I think when they come out with whatever they got, it's gonna be some bombshells. I feel like they ain't coming out till they can get results. Because it ain't no way his mama heard this. It ain't, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. So if that was like really something or whatever, like why ain't nobody getting locked up? Because that's something.
Because they still trying to cover it up. TMZ is actively take him out his playpen, Brick. Okay, I gotta get him in. He's a little spoiled, but
yeah.
But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it was Nancy. Like somebody said, fam, nigga ain't finna say, oh, y'all go ahead without me, without saying give me my phone first. You know what I'm saying? Nigga not gonna leave his phone. And then the fact that they got back and he talking about in the interview, they got back like an hour later, they start asking where's Nolan at and trying to see if anybody heard from him. Nigga, y'all got his phone. How y'all gonna hear from him?
No.
And normally, if somebody do say, "Hey, I'm far back and I'm gonna ride with such and such," y'all go ahead. You not finna be worried about they worried about and they well being an hour after you get back to where you going. You know what I'm saying? Like something happened to them because they riding back with somebody else. They don't catch up with you later. So for them to say that they was looking for him and trying to figure out where he was at and see if anybody heard from him, that ain't normal behavior.
Yeah. Now, my opinion is kind of like different when it comes to the situation, but something happened. Some fucking happened. At the end of the day, whether it was an accident or if it wasn't an accident, some fucking happened. And
What's your difference of opinion though?
I'd rather not talk about it. But
We ain't gonna
she don't
judge
believe
you.
the audio, bro. She don't believe the audio.
I don't believe.
Oh, okay.
But so this is what I'm gonna tell you. If I was Nolan Will's parents, my next move would be paying to get this through a forensic audio analyst. Right?
That's what. I think that's what TMZ had said earlier. Like, I just don't hear what people hearing or whatever. Like, I just don't. And I got a hearing problems
like,
anyway. I just don't fucking hear that or whatever. That don't mean I ride with the white people because I don't hear all that. I just don't hear all that.
What do you hear, bro? Like, what do you hear?
See, I hear some of that. I don't hear all of that. But that's me. I just don't hear all that. I don't fuck with
Nah,
being crunk.
I feel
Yeah, I
you though,
don't fuck.
Jazz, because when I heard the audio, it took the caption for me to make out some of what they were saying. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to make out nothing either. So I heard you coming from with that.
Yeah, but something happened. Something happened for sure. No white boy was lying.
Boy ran over that boy with that boat. I'm telling you, I hit him with that boat or something.
Damn, I ain't think about that. He probably got in the water swimming.
he hit him with that boat or something, and that's why he said I thought he was on the other boat.
Damn it,
And
Bart.
listen, and the way the little mixed guy, he was like, "Shit, we gonna stick together." They just let me know like y'all gonna clear this shit up or whatever. Now y'all can't do that, but being Crump ain't gonna let them cover it up if it was something. But like I said, whether it was an accident or not, y'all still trying to cover some shit up.
That's
Shit,
the
I don't know.
thing. You took it from an accident, an honest accident, which you probably wouldn't even got charged for, to super felony for hiding the shit, covering up, and then you got the Mississippi coroner probably in on it and got paid because why is you holding his lungs in probe and whatever else? You know what I mean? There's too many
And then
people involved now.
I still could have said it was an accident or whatever, but shit, it was 4:30 in the afternoon. Cause I know one girl in here, it was her birthday. She was on the Mississippi River. She ended up falling off the boat. Her friends didn't know, where she was by the time the boat had ended up making it to the dock. But shit, it's 4:30. Y'all know where the fuck he at. Yeah. So I don't know. But I think I'm finna get done being invested in this because it's giving me Kanika Jenkins vibes for sure. And I don't like that.
I think this one is a little more clear than Kanika Jenkins, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Way more clear. I couldn't watch that Nigga Jenkins
With this
shit either.
audio. Now, I was thinking that it was like Kanika Jenkins' case too before this audio got cleared up. Now I know exactly what happened. Like they not fooling me. It ain't no AI. Ain't nobody went and spliced no shit and added no shit or none of that other shit. That shit is what happened and what was said, and they was trying to cover it up. They never thought that shit was gonna come out, and now everybody's trying to go ahead and cover it up. But it's gonna be simple. All they have to do is pay for that forensic audio analyst, and they're gonna be good.
Yeah, I feel like the mama's working on it now. But I don't blame the parents in this situation. They was making the scene. I don't know. I don't fuck with them I don't fuck with them white boys for sure. They with the shit most definitely the one from last night we was watching. I don't know.
They covering up for Bart.
I'm really looking at that motherfucker funny. He funny. Shit.
Man, they lied to us
Consistent.
for days though. Like
That motherfucker. He different.
Consistent. If anything, they pulled him out the water back on the boat. But the thing is, how did he get back to the beach? Like, did they ride out there and kind of throw him in the water towards the beach, or go where
Yeah,
with nobody here and dump him right
tell
there?
you
You
what
know what
they
I'm saying?
did. I'll tell you what they did. Nolan body was still on that boat. The Coast Guard and them ended up coming out saying that they didn't end up towing the boat. So I'm assuming that Bart must have took him on his boat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if he pulled their boat behind his boat or some shit. I don't know, but I think his body was still on there. I think that it was a reason why they went to Fort Bayou twice. They hid their body for 2 days and then they went and put it back in the same spot. That whole night they was up covering it up with their parents and shit, deleting everything that they had to delete. I'm gonna tell you another thing why I don't think this audio is fabricated. I don't think it's fabricated because we knew none of the goddamn names. Who is Will? Who would just dry throw Will name up in there? Like we just finding out about Bart. Like the names on there is clear as day, and it definitely had a female on there somewhere. So it's some lies. Like I'm sorry, but yeah,
It's a lot of lies. It's a lot of lies. No, I could hell. It's a
For them
lot
to
of
be
them.
talking about they don't believe the audio, man, as far as the Tatum dude, dog, ain't nobody faking them voices if them
Of
they real
course
voices.
Tatum not
You
gonna
know what I'm
believe
saying?
it. He's not gonna believe it at all. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he against everything. He on the other side. For sure.
Yeah, I know you're calling that from.
They was cooking his ass in that debate earlier, though. I do know that. I said, God damn, Tatum, you ain't gonna fight back?
he can't. This audio has
Shit.
been knocked the wind out of him. He
They
can't
was
no
cooking his
fight.
ass.
Everybody trying to figure out what the hell they gonna do. What's up, JD? What's up, Thug? Was heading in. Yeah, man, but yeah. They did all that shit that night. His body was still on that goddamn boat until they was ready to put it back in their water. Okay, and so Tisa Tales did do a video exposing the judge again. Say Ashley Nicole. She been exposed again. The same judge, the same stepmama judge. Okay.
I was watching Tisa like a couple days ago. She make my anxiety kick in when I was watching her. I can watch Willie D before I watch Tisa.
Tisa definitely has ADHD, but
Yeah, she got me nervous.
she definitely will take you all the way down through there.
She
With
took
her
me down through
ADHD.
there.
She definitely will. Like
I
I
said,
have to
"Oh,
be careful with Tisa Till's video. Like sometimes I can listen to her, sometimes she gets to frustrate me. Text 713 say it's real because when you call a customer service number when you waiting on a call, you are getting recorded when the music is playing. That's true. Very true.
Let's go, JD. That nigga know off top. Bart did it.
Yes. Bart most
What's up,
definitely
Creek?
did it. Whatever happened, Bart goddamn did it. And his ass stay in
Absolutely.
Wisconsin somewhere like he's safe. Yeah, we gonna need you to come back. But you can tell Bart people got money. Man, just tell him about that loading dock.
Yeah.
Bart people loaded.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I'm saying. That's why he got them all them people, including the goddamn corner, whoever it is, to go in on it with him. His daddy probably played the nigga, you know what I'm saying? And all that to say that it was accident, not accidental, but drowning or whatever. No foul play, all that shit. They probably do that shit all the time.
And you could tell everybody knew, including the sheriff. Because why would he say it's an apparent accidental drowning after seeing Nolan's body? Just at first glance, it's an apparent accidental drowning, and I am ruling out foul play from get go, from start.
Check this out, PayDae. He ruling out foul play, but why he holding the lungs and the throat and you ruling out foul play, but the reason you holding the lungs and the throat is for further investigation. So that's obvious. It contradicts itself. Like you holding it for further investigation, but you done already ruled it no foul play. How you know if you still investigating, and why you ain't sent that shit over to the other
And
corner?
you just got the body. You haven't even started investigating for real.
Yeah, it's too many contradictions.
why do y'all feel like it's gonna get covered up if something did happen?"
They already covering it up, Jazz.
I
With
don't
all
know
these
about
eyes and
cover up.
shit watching, y'all think they still gonna like it's Tyler Perry and everybody
I don't
watching this
think
shit. They
so,
got
man.
money on the line when they come to shit like
The
this. Y'all
feds
feel
is
like being
involved,
confident
man.
finna let this shit just go like that?
Once
Once
the
family
feds get
got that real
involved,
true evidence, it ain't no covering this shit up no more.
tell
It's
me,
no covering it up no more.
So
and
that's
ain't
what
no
I'm
paying
saying.
the
Why y'all
feds
feel
off
like it's
either.
gonna be covered up if all these eyes and stuff watched my it's so many eyes on this case. I feel like that
But
if
why?
something did happen, it's not gonna get covered up like that. Shit. It's too many people investigating it.
Yeah. But
Mississippi got too
Including
many
the
eyes
feds,
on
bro.
him.
moving suspiciously since day one, though. Even the judge, she come on here, Cho. Come on, I'm not gonna be sitting here holding your little fat self all day. Yeah, I'm not. Anyways, she was the one who hopped out there and lawyered all the boys up, deleted their social media. Man, y'all been knowing from jump what happened to that boy. But TMZ is still actively right now trying to cover this shit up. But I don't think they're going to be able to. Like I said, the family got enough money. They have enough celebrities with enough money behind them that's backing them to go
Hell
ahead and
yeah.
do what they need to prove this is real evidence. And once that happens, they're not going to be able to cover it up. Now, what they're going to try to say is it was accidental. But y'all still covered it up, and that's still a crime.
It's still a crime. I feel like they're not gonna cover it. This is my opinion. I feel like it's if something did happen, it's not gonna get covered up. That's just how I feel if something did happen. But I don't know.
Feel like the Mississippi coroner is like probably trying to let some water sit in that nigga lungs for a few days to make it look like he drowned, and probably trying to do something with some chemicals to his throat to take off the abrasions of strangulation or getting hit in the back or whatever. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he over there doing
Feel like he's
surgery
trying to
on
do
the body,
something.
basically, Rose. That's what it is.
Oh,
And then they did say like if something did happen on that boat, they got some shit or whatever that they can uh they can detect it like for sure. And the families then wouldn't even know what the fuck to get. Like I don't know. I feel like you're not gonna get covered up. Too many eyes on this case. If it was another situation, then yeah, because Mississippi is with the shit with their
that's
part.
what I'm saying. If it was just Mississippi, yeah, they
Not
used to it. But
northern
when the feds
Mississippi
get
though.
involved, it's a different story.
And being
'Cause they
Crump
gonna
them
do their own
hood ass
investigation.
ain't finna let this shit go up under the rug. Mm-mm. Too many people didn't put money into this situation.
So when y'all think, how long y'all think it's gonna take for this nigga to, to go on and say finish his goddamn investigation on the throat and lungs, or at least send it over to the other corner in Washington?
It has been about a week, right?
And the dude came on Nancy Grace and said that they don't usually take that long. They don't usually hold this shit at all.
I want to talk to Katie. Fuck it, and then I'll be done with the case.
No, for real. When they go interview Katie?
I know her sister had spoke out. I want to speak to her though.
Yeah, Katie, we still haven't heard from Katie. I think the irony in this situation too is the fact that Nolan Wells had his grandmother, who was an activist, last name. I think her name was Ida B. Wells. So that's something else.
Yeah, answer me this because it's something I didn't know. I automatically assumed that they was there for the weekend, spent a couple of nights, but it's looking like they came the same day and left the same day. Is that correct?
She around 4:30 they was back on the road, so I want to say, well, no, because at the nighttime they was in the pool though, right? It's pictures of them in the pool at
Nah, that
nighttime.
one was from I think they said June 27th.
So we don't know if they
How many
came and
days
left
they
the
was
same
out there?
day. Anybody in the chat know?
What?
How many days they was out there?
Only one day, just for hours. They just went out there to celebrate the 4th of July.
Okay, so they went out there like early in the morning and came back in the evening type shit. Hello?
Probably so. I'm not for sure. I forgot she was a little man. I'm not for sure. I just know around 8 o'clock people was still on that island. So they say. 4 o'clock people was leaving. 3:30 people was leaving. But I guess I'm thinking they spent the
One
night
say
too.
from
Shit.
9. One
Because
say
I
from
seen
9
them
to
in the pool
3:30.
from 9 to 3:30.
And then the other one say 11 to 4:30. But somewhere around then, so they wasn't out there late at night, no shit like that.
I know 4:30
Okay.
they was on the way back.
Cause something I was watching earlier today said that the mama was looking for him later on at night when he didn't come home and started making phone calls and shit. So I guess she was expecting him back that
It
night.
was, yeah.
And then nobody bothered to call her, ask her had he showed up at the house and them, but they was looking for him. Your lying ass.
So we and the mama them went and picked up the phone. It was the next day, right?
And I think it was that night. Now this is somebody was watching earlier. They said that
I think it was that night.
she noticed he didn't come. Yeah, she noticed he ain't come home that night and started calling around looking for him.
Yeah. And saw that the phone was in two different places. I think the Snapchat was showing him being in one place, and then her location was showing the phone being somewhere else. But the friend, Javon's mama, went and picked the phone up. And I want to say the next day is when they got the keys.
Nancy Grace should have interviewed the white boys.
So Nancy Grace has done the video though about the audio. Should we pull up Nancy Grace video?
Yeah, let me see. I ain't see her shit.
Okay.
Nancy
I
is
haven't seen
crazy.
hers either. I haven't seen hers either, but let's see.
Why the fuck would they erase his goddamn social media shit? Like, what could he have on there? You know what I'm saying? If that shit happened in a split moment and it was an accident, you hit him with the boat and shit. What the fuck could have happened on their social media that they had to erase that shit?
They shouldn't have been
And
going through his phone,
all
period.
these pictures and shit. There too. The power of the
They just was trying to scrub
PUFSY.
everything. They was trying to scrub everything from that day. Everything from that day, they was trying to get rid of.
And real talk, a nigga would have told Katie to come on the boat with them and ride back with them or some shit like that. Or just got up with Katie when they got back to Mississippi. I ain't
They was
buying this
claiming
shit.
they ain't know Katie, but then the next day they said Katie hit
Right.
one of the friends up.
Right.
Katie talked to his mom and everything. I don't feel like Katie did nothing.
I don't think
Shit.
so either. She went
'Cause
directly to his sister.
they trying to point the blame on her. She like, hell no. Shit.
Yep. So did, and she went right to the source. She went right to his
Mhm.
mom. Like, I'll let you know whatever, but I'm not about to get on the internet, doing no interview, but this and the third. But whatever questions you have for me, you know what I'm saying, I'll answer.
And look, they said that the nigga, what's her name, talked to Katie daddy and shit when they got back. The Warren nigga.
He claimed he ain't reached out to the parents until the next day at 10 a.m. when he woke up because
No, not Nolan parents. I'm talking about Katie dad. He said he talked to Katie daddy. But I mean, also yeah, like he ain't know who she was, talking about the Katie girl. So which one is it? Like, it's a whole bunch of contradictory going on.
Not Nolan should have got his phone when they left him. They ain't leave him texting 713. He was with his phone.
713, you better not make, hey, don't do too much joking down there now.
Like, cause that man
This
was
is
on
a
the
serious
police
matter.
phone. They was lying, talking about they had the phone, but not him. No, it was him and that goddamn phone on the boat. All right, y'all. I'm about to press play on Nancy Grace.
But real quick, this is like one of the mystery games. You know the mystery moves, you gotta figure out
I
who the killer
said be
is.
serious.
It's
This
like
is a
a little
serious
mystery
matter.
artist. Yes, it's exactly like that. Like who's the other? All right, I'm about to hit play.
Nolan Wells investigation, enhanced distress call audio bombshell. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
He was face down on the beach right at the water's edge.
If he was sent face down, that also doesn't make sense to me. If he's face down, wouldn't blood pool just by nature of gravity this way?
So right now we've got a lot of questions, but as the second doctor says, this is all still pending investigation.
If this were your child, wouldn't you want to know what happened?
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
What did we just hear? What was that? One more time, please.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Straight out to investigative reporter Crime Stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now, this has been transcribed, and this is the CTO dispatch call. Because, Dave, when I first heard this, I thought, has this been doctored? Is this real? Where's this coming from, Dave?
Nancy, this is coming from from Mississippi, from the actual official. Okay, when we get into the Mississippi.
Okay, now, Jazz, you still questioning it?
Yes.
You still questioning it?
Yeah, yes, until Ben Crump them come out, yeah. Yes.
Even though they saying right here that this real. Okay.
I know it's real. I know it's real or whatever. I don't hear all of that stuff though. Like
Other stuff like
I'm not hearing nobody being drugged in the background. I don't hear that what other people be
you
hearing.
don't
Like
hear nobody being drugged.
yeah, they be like, you hear the body, you hear the. I don't hear nobody. I don't hear him.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you don't hear the people
Yeah,
talking.
I don't hear nobody breathing. I don't hear Nolan breathing hard in the background. I don't be hearing this shit that people be. I just don't hear it. But yeah, I don't hear
Okay,
it better.
I'm about to hit play.
The Fish and Wildlife and the reserve putting this out for the public. This is not like from Dave Mack's recording. This is an official recording, Nancy, that is being issued, and it's shocking when you listen to this call for a tow, for the sea tow. Going further into it, Nancy, you're picking apart all of the different voices that can be heard on this one phone call, trying to determine what is really taking place on this boat that is allegedly sitting in 31 feet of water, a depth of 31 feet. And a bilge pump not working, claiming they're sinking, and calling for help. And yet, in the background, are we really hearing all of this other activity?
Guys, this was released from the MDMR, the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources.
You don't look half Asian.
Alexis Tereszcuk joining us out of LA, just joining us now, Crime Stories investigative reporter as well. Alexis, the transcription, I want you to listen to it, Alexis, as we play it again. This is obtained from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. It's not something we just found on TikTok. Listen.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey,
Nolan, don't die.
west
See?
tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description?
How they rewind it?
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description?
Wake the
Ankles.
fuck up.
Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
He say, I don't know. We're just thinking. We're going down now.
We're going down though. So you heard Nolan don't die. That's what you heard.
I heard every single word.
Oh.
Nah. I don't know how you don't hear it.
I
don't know how you don't.
I'm reading it though.
Bro, you tripping. I believe he got choked out. I believe he got hit by the dang on boat. I ain't gonna lie. But all right, let me play.
Okay, Alexis Tereszcuk, jump in.
So it sounds like before the woman starts talking, the operator, everyone in the background is saying, "Is he dead? Nolan, wake the f up." And so they are concerned about Nolan. They're saying, literally, is he dead? Nobody has ever, none of the kids on this boat have ever admitted that anybody said that they thought Nolan was dead on the boat. This is the first time that we are hearing this.
What is the chance that this has been doctored in some way, Alexis Tereszcuk? Because circulating on the internet was a scene where another young man was face down being attacked on the sand. That was not Nolan Wells. That's not Nolan Wells' piece. So there are bottom feeders that are fabricating evidence and circulating it, and it's whipping up all sorts of hostility. But regarding this, have you listened to it independently of any transcription?
I have listened to it. I've listened to it over and over, and I've listened to the audio where it's only the sound of the boy calling in and not the operator's voice. So it takes a little bit of the distraction out, and you can just hear the voices, the one friend saying, "Is he dead?" And we are hearing somebody very worried. They're saying, "Is he dead?" Somebody, you think you might have heard them say Nolan right before that. Somebody then says, "Oh my God." So the thing is, there have been a lot of false videos. People have said there was a video where Nolan was screaming, saying, "Give me my phone back." His friend says, "No, that's me in the video." There have been tons of AI generated videos and images and things, but this is the official audio from the organization.
Okay, let's hear the
Let's
audio to which
motherfucking go.
you are referring. Listen.
Let's motherfucking go. Okay. Now let me say something about this. Who was Tristan yelling at? Because remember, Tristan came out. This how we know who the hell Tristan little bitch ass is. Because Tristan came out doing the interview saying that this was him in the altercation. Who was he yelling at to give him his fucking phone? If the argument was about some dude jumping into him and his girlfriend business. Who had the phone for him to be yelling, "Give me my phone"? Like, everything that these boys have said have been lies, bro. Because that still don't even make sense. Like, that shit don't make sense.
And it is a good question because who got do the girl got his phone? See, don't have me a perspective like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so even this story is weird because now they have relayed Tristan's physical fight to this situation and Warren's little brother fight to this situation. Because
Is that you who asked last night or this morning, was he fighting a brother? Somebody asked like.
So, okay. So Bart, when Warren had that interview, Warren said he spent the night at Wyatt's house. They woke up, they went to McDonald's, but Wyatt didn't have enough room on his boat. So he called his buddy Bart so Bart could bring his boat out. He hits up Bart. Bart said, "Okay, cool." And he says he rode on the boat with Bart. So we know that Bart is not his little brother, right? So then when Warren explained what happened to his little brother, he said when he walked up on his little brother, he asked his little brother, like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, what, because he said he pulled his brother out of the fight. Say, "What's going on?" He said his brother told him that the guy punched him in the face, so he punched him back in the face. Then Tristan comes back and says that Warren's little brother got into a fight because when Tristan was arguing with his girlfriend, some guy was like, "Hey, you ain't got to talk to her all rough like that. Like, you need to cool it down. You need to chill." And they ended up getting into a physical altercation, which he says his uncle came and tried to cool him down, made him get on the boat to cool him down. While he was on the boat, he saw an altercation taking place and noticed that it was Warren's little brother arguing with the same guy he had a fight with. And it was because Warren's little brother said that the dude was still talking shit about Tristan. So Tristan said he wasn't going to accept them talking shit about, Warren's little brother said he wasn't going to take them talking shit about Tristan. So it seems like he was the aggressor. He heard somebody talking about his brother's friend and he jumped in the fight. But then Warren saying that his brother said he got punched and he just punched him back. Now you have this video where he's saying, "Give me my fucking phone, give me my fucking phone." So I don't know where that fits into this situation. Maybe the uncle had taken his phone. I don't know. Or the girlfriend had the phone, but it's still not making sense for real.
And why he ain't speak on that during the interview? Shit.
Exactly.
That's a good question.
Exactly. So I feel like these boys have been lying the whole entire time. Like, all this shit been lies. Like, I don't know if I want to believe anything that they got to say anymore.
I'm not believing shit they got to say.
I don't believe
shit. They lied on the mom and everything.
Yes.
He told me he bought a death gift and everything. I ain't never heard no death gift in my life.
But none of them went to the funeral.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's weird. So, but Tristan claims this is him. So I'm gonna hit play.
Now, it's my understanding, Dave Mack, that sound we just played is real sound. That is not doctored sound, but someone else claims that's them saying, "Give me my phone back." That is not Nolan Wells. Explain.
Well, Nancy, what we have is some friends that were also out on the boat trip out to Horn Island that were with Nolan Wells and were friends with Nolan Wells. Claim that was him, that he was the one that was saying, "Give me my phone back," that it wasn't Nolan Wells. So we've got an identification from the person who says, "I was the one saying that." It wasn't Nolan Wells. And when you listen to the audio, Nancy, it does seem like it is not Nolan Wells saying, "Give me my phone back." It sounds like the guy claiming it.
Guys, a lot of confusion surrounding the audio that has been released by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. This, as we are also learning
you know
about
you done
an
fucked up, right?
offer made by the United
You know you
Cajun
done fucked up,
Navy
right, Mississippi?
to Ben Crump, who is representing Nolan's family, to Todd Terrell joining us, the president of the Cajun Navy. Todd, thank you for being with us tonight. Todd, explain to me the offer that you guys made to Crump.
Well, first of all, I want to make sure that I really am specific about the words I use because I don't want things taken out of context. Me personally, as president of the United Cajun Navy, made a call to Mr. Crump and offering him our services for dogs, cadaver dogs, and specific scent dogs. I never heard back from him. Our incident commander, Josh Gill, did speak to Liza Parks, I think he's one of his lead attorneys or whatever, and offered the services as well. The rumors about us talking to Mr. Crump, personally, I want to set the record straight. Nobody, myself, nor anyone from United Cajun Navy spoke personally to Mr. Crump.
Now, I will say it's a lot of people coming out. They're saying they can't get in touch with Ben Crump.
They sent emails. Crump don't want to talk to them, but I think I want to say they sent like 3 emails over to Ben Crump down, but they don't want to rep.
So but I can kind of understand his position because it's so much corruption surrounding Mississippi in its totality. I wouldn't want to talk to none of them either. If I'm going to do my own private investigation, I can't lean on y'all to tell me the truth. I don't want y'all muddying up nothing, dirtying up nothing, or nothing. Because I don't want y'all giving me shit only to double back and cover it up. I might as well just do that shit independently.
Yeah. I could understand why he ain't. And then I want to say the boys wanted to do an interview with Crump or just talk to him. He don't even want to question them. But I can see why, and I can see why the sheriffs and shit made.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why they made too.
Yeah. See, they didn't expect a light to be shined on this like this.
Hell no. And now it's looking like y'all ain't doing y'all fucking job. Which y'all halfway doing y'all fucking job for sure.
Half-assed.
They got eyes on them like a motherfucker. They can't even go to the bathroom in peace right now and shit.
And they brought it on themselves though. Because y'all did all this covering up and all this hiding, all this secret shit. You made people dig deeper by erasing social media accounts. Now everybody want to know, okay, who the hell this judge is.
The governor, you been watching the governor over there?
I've been seeing some of the videos, but I ain't just like sit through and watch the videos.
They finna get on his ass next if they already ain't on his ass with his pink ass. It's just,
it's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. All I can say is, man, protect our babies for real because this shit is crazy. We are living in a time where, your life can be taken either purposely or accidentally, and that shit just gets swept up under the rug or, call something that it ain't.
It's giving the heat of the night for sure.
All
Stay
right,
away out of that part of Mississippi. Shit.
girl, stay out of Mississippi. Period. My
My
daughter,
mama stay in Mississippi. All of Mississippi not bad. We don't.
man, shit. My daughter talking about going to Jackson State. Yeah, no, we ain't going. We no, and they just 2 hours away. Jackson, Mississippi, just 2 hours away. No, baby, you gonna have to find you another HBCU or another university to go to because that ain't gonna be it. We ain't going to Mississippi. No, hell to the no. Hell nah. I've been in. Listen, Mississippi burning will have a whole nother motherfucking meaning because I'm gonna be ready to burn that motherfucker up, torch the whole motherfucking state. Okay, behind mine. So yeah, no.
Oh, that's overstood. Shit.
Let me see. They spamming the chat with something. TMZ, at least 2 witnesses interviewed by law enforcement stated that they saw Nolan Wills on Horn Island after his friend's boat had already deported back toward. Man, time their ass out. It in my mind, time their ass out. We ain't trying to hear none of that fuck shit. When that boy was on that boat. Period. Ain't no what friends.
Them people got the opinion in that chat too. PayDae.
It's my motherfucking shit. Time they
Okay,
right.
right.
What they ain't gonna do is come up in this bitch bullshit. Well, what we just heard. We ain't finna do that. Like, which friends had deported? Because he had buku friends on there. Trayston, yes, Trayston had deported. Trayston wasn't there. We ain't hear his name, nothing. Trayston was gone. Okay, so if you talking about that friend, okay. But no, he was on that boat. He was on Wyatt's boat. Period. No.
Who else want to go on timeout?
Shit. Show ass. And then for you to spam the chat, I would have respected if you did it once, but then you dropped it in that hole 3 times. Yeah, bye. Okay, let me hit play.
We did reach out and make an offer, but we did not hear back from him.
Okay. Much has been made of the offer to, was it cadaver dogs, scent dogs, or both, Todd?
It was both. It was cadaver dogs and specific scent dogs. And, some of this needs to be clarified.
Okay.
And we did make an offer, but we did not hear from him himself.
Gotcha. There's a lot of people on the team. So who is
Exactly.
it that you
Him
said
himself.
you guys contacted or spoke with?
Liza Park. And we have a phone record. Our guy, Josh Gill, my incident commander, on the 13th, left her a message. And on the 14th, they reached out to her. And I think got back, I think it was 9:51 on the 14th. There was a 23-minute call with Josh Gill, our incident commander, and Liza Park, who I believe is Mr. Crump's lead attorney. And so they knew well what we did, the credentials of the dogs, and what our specific offer was. So they knew it ahead of time.
To Marie Pereira joining us, veteran criminal defense attorney. She is also a domestic violence expert and a registered nurse to boot. Marie, thank you for being with us tonight. Here's the deal. A lot has been made that Nolan Wills' family turned down an offer to have the boat searched with cadaver dogs, which, if they had hit on the boat, would suggest a dead body had been on the boat. Here is the fly in the ointment. It's not their boat. They can't give authority.
Okay, I'm sorry to pause that, but I just got what I would call breaking news. Thank you to the people that keep me up to date on everything, that send me shit to my DMs and let me know as it's happening. I thank all of y'all. But it just came out that Judge grants the shooting of James Bubba Browning, along with music, interviews, and lives with Trap Boy Freddy and Yella Beastie in the capital murder trial of Mo 3.
What?
Yes.
Say it again.
Judge grants the shooting of James Bubba Browning, along with music, interviews, and lives with Trap Boy Freddy and Yella Beastie into the capital murder trial of Mo 3. So she is granted the motion to allow Bubba shooting to be talked about. She has granted the motion for the music to stay in the trial, the interviews and lives with Trap Boy Freddy and Yella Beastie. She has made her ruling, and she has granted that it be talked about in the goddamn trial.
And they said Bubba didn't even have nothing to do with it. Let Dallas tell it. Like, no, Yella Bees and them, they had nothing to do with Bubba.
Baby, Well,
Huh.
I
Look
wonder if
like
they must think it's relevant. They must think it's relevant to whatever happened with Mo3. Now, they haven't said anything about the Roy Lee shooting, but she has granted the motion for Bubba to be talked about, for the lives between Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy, the interviews that all of them have done, and the music.
I thought they brought up Roy Lee in the situation in pre-trial already. Or do this
They
shit
did, but I didn't know if they were trying to
grant
get
the
that,
motion?
or like to get that dismissed from the trial. But he wasn't mentioned in this. So,
Show one. Damn. You think Trouble Freddy alright?
713 said they denied Roy Lee.
They denied him?
Yep. So they must not have enough evidence in the Roy Lee case to tie them to it to make it relevant to any other beef.
And now they did say the Florida guy had something to do with Bubba too, but that's just what I heard. I think I heard that from my hater too, so I don't know. Just
Yeah,
stir fry.
but girl, listen, this trial gonna be crazy. How long you think it's gonna be? Because we gotta sit through P1 White's trial, Yellow Beezy's trial, Devin Brown's trial, and Jerry Johnson's trial.
Damn.
So I think that this might be like a month-long trial, like 3
You think
weeks.
so?
I think so. It's gonna take them 1 week just to get through probably one trial, and we got to go through 4 of them. They ain't gonna be able to do it in days.
Oh, well, shit, YSL was a month, shit, or longer.
All that testimony. Think about how many witnesses they got. They got like 130 witnesses. Now I don't know if they're gonna call all of them to the stand, but that's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, they say 186 witnesses. So, yeah, it's in the hundreds. I don't know if it was 130, 180, but it's in the hundreds, Shay. It's definitely in the hundreds. So,
When they got to go back into court?
I want to say August 7th.
What the
I
fuck?
want to say August 7th, like the earlier part of August. I want to say P1, I think, has another pre-trial date for that time. Him or Yellow Beezy, one of them.
I want to say it's Yellow. And yeah, I think it's Yellow. They got another one coming up. Baby.
This is crazy.
They asked gonna go to jail. They asked going to jail.
This is a lot of revelation for one day between Nolan Wills and now this trial shit. Like, we definitely got to come back and talk about Mo3. I got to do it Mo3.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Don't yeah.
I don't want to mix them. I don't like mixing them. I
It'll
like
be sloppy. Keep it
I
separate.
don't like that. That's why I'd rather end it and start another one before because if it's Nolan Wills in the title, I want you to get Nolan Wills content. If it's Mo3 in the title, I want you to get Mo3 content. I don't want you to think you about to get Nolan Wills, but you're really talking about Mo3, or you think you about to get Mo3, but you're really talking about Nolan Wills. No.
Okay, well let's finish this right here because I want to talk about the trial. So let's finish this.
Okay.
Or permission or privilege for anybody to get on that boat and search the boat. So the fact that Crump's team didn't call back means nothing. They were not authorized to give authority or privilege or permission for anybody to board that boat, much less a cadaver dog or a scent dog.
You nailed it. And it's not his job or anybody else's to do what the police need to be investigating. After hearing that audio and knowing all the facts, they should be investigating this like it's a homicide and stop with the he say, she say from all of those kids on the boat who are presumed innocent at this moment, but I'm seeing and hearing guilt. Just off the fact that they even had his phone, that part. Why did you even have his telephone? I will never get over that, because even as an adult, my phone is my life. If I'm staying back doing anything, I'm staying with my phone. So they need to be investigating all of those kids, interviewing them piece by piece, one at a time. And I promise you, somebody's going to break and tell the truth here.
Hey, have you been researching dental implants? Did you know you can now get permanent teeth in just 24 hours? With most traditional dental offices,
24 hours, crazy.
Joining me is Marie Pereira. You know, in any criminal investigation, the first thing you do is get all the parties, all of them, and you separate them and you question them separately. You give them a waiver of their rights. They read it, they sign it, you read it out loud to them, you get all this on video, and you ask each one separately what happened before they have a chance to get together and talk. I'm not saying the friends are guilty. I'm not saying they're innocent. What I am saying is that would have been proper police.
Bronx, I definitely think it's way too many eyes right now. But I feel like if something was to happen to anybody, it might be Jose Bodega. So I'm going back on mute.
Procedure. For all we know, it did happen. It doesn't sound like it happened, but for all we know, it may have happened. The next thing you do is you ask them, would they willingly take a polygraph? Now, you and I, Marie Pereira, know that in a criminal case, polygraphs are not allowed into evidence unless they are stipulated, agreed to before the polygraph is taken. It's the only way they come in. Now, in civil cases, they're allowed in. Think of O.J. Simpson. Didn't come in the criminal case, did come in the civil case, and P.S., he flunked it. That said, that's what you do. You separate them, you talk to them, you record it, you get their waiver of rights, you read their rights out loud on video, then you talk to them. Not hard. Next thing, you bring cadaver dogs and scent dogs on that boat. Now, scent dogs.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all vote in the chat to see if y'all want me to end this live and start a new one talking about Mo 3, or if y'all want to finish this one out. So put 1 in the chat if y'all ready for me to end this one and start a Mo 3 live, or 2 in the chat if y'all want to finish this out and then see about Mo 3.
Nancy need to take her ass to Mississippi. I bet you she'll figure some shit out. For sure.
Nancy most definitely would get down to the bottom of whatever the hell happened. Like,
she ain't gonna do no playing neither.
Like, she'll still take those boys and put them across her knee and beat their ass. Like, she seems like them type grandmas that be like, come on, get across the knee. Know what time it is. Let's go. Lay on your stomach. All right, y'all. Let's finish up with Nolan then. Key One, Trap Boy, Jose, Jerry, Rain, and Divin. Maserati, all taking a stand on Yellow Beach. Lord Jesus. Okay, so everybody want to stay on Nolan. Let's go.
Dogs are going to get on the boat anyway because they state Nolan was on the boat. So they're going to pick up Nolan's scent on that boat. Cadaver dog, whole nother story. And another thing, I would get a search warrant for it. You may not need a search warrant because a moving vehicle, as you know, Marie Pereira, under U.S. v. Carroll, that was the case. It goes all the way back to moonshine days, bootleggers. If it's exigent circumstances, in other words, the evidence could leave. In that case, it was a car that was weighted down in the back. And the prohibitionists thought there was moonshine in it, and there was, and they stopped the car because the evidence would have been gotten rid of. Same thing with the boat. You may not even need a search warrant, but you could get one. That said, that should have been done day one. To Todd Terrell, President Cajun Navy, you guys have at your access scent dogs, and cadaver dogs. Do you believe, Todd, that any evidence of a body on that boat would still be detectable, even now?
Not speaking specifically in this case, but in past cases, we've had dogs detect body, blood and smell months and even years later. Our biggest thing was you got to eat this elephant one piece at a time. And if no one thought there was anything on that boat, they should be willing to allow dogs to go on the boat. So for us, it's a matter of just, it's another tool. It's a tool to use. Dogs aren't 100%, but these dogs are pretty damn close to it.
Joining me now is Elliot Connie out of Arlington, Texas, psychotherapist. He's author of Change Your Questions, Change Your Future. He's president and founder of the Solution Focused Universe. He's a star of Family Therapy Podcast and upcoming The Elliot Connie Show. Elliot, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Both sides are so ready to jump on each other. I imagine, I'm guessing, I don't know what Crump's thinking, but he did not have authority to release that boat. It's not his boat. That's like me telling you, Elliot, sure, go ahead, search Dave Mack's house. I don't care. You've got my permission. That's not my house. I can't give permission for you to go search it. So it's really simple.
That's absolutely right. It's really simple. I don't really understand so much of this. Like, people are, like you said, they're one side is going after the other instead of just accepting really logical things like the point that you're making here. Like, the family does not have the right to tell the other family what they can and cannot do with the boat, and other people are using that as evidence that there's something somehow wrong with what the family is saying, when all they really want is justice. And justice is the pursuit of truth. And it just seems to be triggering people in such an odd way that I, quite frankly, don't understand.
I agree, Bronx. I feel like we're gonna hear a lot more about this situation this week. Some shit gonna come out for sure.
Guys, I want to circle back not only to the beginning of that MDMR, Mississippi Department Marine Research call. I want you to hear more, a different segment of that CETO, that's SEATOW call. Listen.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor or Fort Bayou Launch.
You know, it just struck me. He's got reception. Why is everybody saying you can't make calls and you can't take pictures because there's no reception? He's out in the middle of the water at those coordinates and he's got reception. Remember that? Remember that, Alexis Tereszchuk, Crime Stories investigative reporter? We were told at the beginning that items were not deleted off Nolan Wills's phone, but he wasn't posting because there wasn't reception. But they're out in the middle of the water and they've got reception.
They do. He has really good reception, and you can hear it clearly throughout this call. But the stories maybe have changed.
Remember, I said that because even in that interview, Warren said that he talked to his mom while he was on Horn Island. I said, but before that, he was trying to make us believe that nobody had their phone. It was just a pile of cell phones sitting in the boat. It was so many phones. It was even people who wasn't even with them phones sitting in the boat. They had to figure out later who what phone belonged to what person, all type of other shit. He made it seem like nobody had their phone, and this is completely normal. And 5 seconds later, he said, yeah, because I called my mom while we were on Horn Island. Child.
a few times. First, it was he didn't have any reception. The other was, oh, nobody took their phones on the island because, you had to wade through some water to get to it. And they even said, well, this is salt water, not fresh water, as if that matters to your phone when you drop it into it. But there are videos from the island. Even some of his friends are in videos from the island. So people clearly had their phone. And the other friend was arguing when we're talking about the videos that people worry about that have said that it was him. His friend was seen in the video screaming, give me back my phone. The phones were there. Other kids had their phones.
Okay, but before I discount claims that Nolan did not have reception, I don't know what carrier he had. Maybe he didn't have reception. My point is, why everybody's screaming to shut this investigation down, I don't know, because these are very rudimentary facts that we don't have the answers to. He is talking about the boat taking on water. We are sinking. Come and get us. I want this boat unsank and towed back. But interesting, we learn that very boat took multiple trips later that very same night.
So first, at
Let's go,
9:56 a.m.,
I said the same
boat
thing.
leaves the original dock. It arrives at Horn Island at 11.
I said the same thing. And the way that he explained off the reason why they went to Fort Bayou and then went back to the dock and then went back to Fort Bayou, he said that they went to Fort Bayou to hook the blige pump back up and then went back to the loading dock, only to go back to Fort Bayou. Didn't make sense to me at all.
14. So at around 4 o'clock, there is a call to the Coast Guard about the boat. NBC News got a hold of it.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Everybody's on board. So does that mean Nolan is on there? Who was on that boat? At 4:31, the boat leaves Horn Island and it is towed approximately 3 miles, and then the tow ends. So after 3 miles, they go back to the original dock, okay? They arrive at 5:44 p.m. So it looks like this is where Horn Island is, and this is where the original dock is that I am referring to. I looked it up, and El Camino Real Road is in Gulf Hills, Mississippi, which is
So where
right
did they
above
find the body at?
Ocean Springs. So I'm wondering if this is the house.
They found the body
where
2
they
days
got the
later
phone.
on Horn
Now, the
Island.
boat
The
traveled.
exact spot that they had been looking for 2 whole days. They found his body on Horn Island 2 days later, baby, because they had came and brought him back. My opinion.
To Fort Bayou at 6:06, the boat returns to the original dock. Then from the original dock, the boat goes back to Fort Bayou, and then they go to the boat launch and it is put onto the trailer and moved by the vehicle. Did they drop people off at the original dock, travel to Fort Bayou, pick somebody up, and go back to that original dock? And then from there, why was there an hour and 13-minute time?
Somebody did say they was cleaning their boat out there. Shit.
Okay, that's a good point. Did they pick up one of the parents when they went
I
to
don't-
Fort Bayou?
I don't know, but somebody did say they was cleaning out their boat. Now
That
I
was
don't
a
know if
black
this
girl.
for sure.
That was a black girl who knows all of them. I don't think she was on Horn Island that night, but she said that because they was out, like, once I guess the mom put out the call, you know what I'm saying, that she couldn't find him or whatever, they rolled by the house where the boat was, and she said that they all saw them cleaning out the boat for hours, and that everybody that was on that boat was in that house. And I want to say the boat and the house that everybody was at was the judge's house. So all their phones was pinging at that particular spot, she said, for 4 whole hours. And then at that time, they were still cleaning out the boat. So something about those trips ain't right. Did they pick up one of the parents when they went to Fort Bayou? Did they drop off some evidence? Did they leave the body there and go back? Did they drop off everybody and one person went back to the loading dock and got Nolan's body and came back to Fort Bayou? It's something weird about those trips.
And I bet you they didn't even tell the if they had to tell the police, they ain't tell them that they had to make a little detour. I can bet you did.
Right. Well, they claiming that they made because so I don't know if they talked to the police about it, but once these coordinates came out and they couldn't deny that, he said that they went over there to hook up the Blige pump. But if that's the case, y'all still left from Fort Bayou. Y'all still hooked the boat up to a vehicle on Fort Bayou and drove off with it. So why y'all couldn't do that the first time when y'all wouldn't y'all just hook the pump up and then go ahead and hook the boat up to the vehicle and leave right then? Why would y'all need to go back to the loading dock only to come back to Fort Bayou? Okay.
I don't feel like that would have took an hour and 13 minutes. Shit. I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? So crazy, right? I mean,
time gap. This boat was sinking hours before, and then they're just having it docked for an hour and 13 minutes. You would think they'd want to get that boat out of the water ASAP.
That's from the Real TikTok Detective and from NBC.
It was
So
good
it doesn't sound to me, Dave Mack, that the boat was sinking because they're going all over in the boat. So if the boat's not sinking, why the sea tow call? Why the distress call?
Yeah, Nancy, the one thing you have to remember on that first sea tow call, you hear them saying, we're in 30 feet of water, we're sinking, we need to be unsank and towed. But if you follow along with that communication, the sea tow company reaches out to a local captain nearby and says, hey, we've got a boat. Can you go take a look? And the captain nearest to the boat says, hey, I just got a call from the owner of that boat. He says they've resolved the problem and don't need us anymore. So, and this happened during the course of 10 minutes, Nancy. So they're calling for help and then not calling for help. So something was definitely going on with this Triton 21-footer that they cannot explain.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record.
hey, Miss Pretty Planner, it's been a little minute. I haven't seen you in a while, boo. How you doing? Don't be talking about my goddamn background. I told y'all I can't take
Hi guys,
NBA Youngboy
American
out.
homeowners.
For some reason, StreamYard will not let me remove NBA Youngboy, so you just gonna have to look at him. Period.
Because he don't look like that no more. We'll say that for another episode.
Okay.
The FBI has been warning about a type of real estate fraud called
title theft, and your equity is the target. With just a forged signature, your ownership can be transferred out of your name, and without protection in place, you're left with an emotional and financial nightmare. That is why we partner with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today
if you're already a victim and protect yourself.
Lord, Nancy.
Use
That's one of her promotions, y'all. Let's
Just
try to get paid.
resources. With me now is Todd Shipley, digital expert. Todd, listen to this.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Joining us tonight, Todd Shipley, digital cyber crime expert, former Detective Sergeant Reno, 25 years in law enforcement, and author of Surviving a Cyber Attack and author of Investigating Internet Crimes, Solving Crimes in Cyberspace. You can find Todd at darkintel.info. Todd, how can I tell if this is real?
It was supposedly originally gotten from the government agency that supplied it. It doesn't sound like it's a complete video to me to begin with, because there should be more conversation. So where's the rest of the video would be or the audio. Then we can start to begin to forensically look at the audio to try to figure out and pull out the voices in the background. Because the question is, what are the people saying in the background, and what exactly are they doing? What sounds are in the background? Are they actually at the place that they say they are, based on noise in the background and other things that are happening? So, I mean, we can look at a lot of those other things within the audio itself to try to identify what's there and what these people are saying. Pull out those individual quotes and try to isolate them based on what they're saying, and slow it down, speed it up, that kind of thing, and pull out the background noise so that there's nothing else, so we can just isolate those things. There's several things that can be done with this.
Todd Shipley, if you had this audio, what would you do digitally to clean it up, enhance it, and isolate it?
Well, let me tell y'all about Officer Coon over there. So he's live right now, but it's a members only live, and it's titled "Responding to Racist Comments." Okay.
Girl, you fucking lying.
No, I'm so serious. And he posted a new video saying breaking new audio release in Nolan Wells investigation. Let me see what else he say. Officer Tatum show episode 350. Child. Ooh.
It's probably because he got his ass cooked earlier. I'm talking about they were eating his ass up during that little debate. I said, oh, he just getting his, he ain't stand a chance.
Baby,
Shit.
listen, he need his ass towed up. He need a members only live. So now you gonna make people get a membership to hear you respond to racist comments.
I wish I would. And I'm gonna pre-ordering pizza.
Okay, and then on top of that, he had already accused Ben Crump of being a clout chaser and only wanting financial gain behind this situation, baby. It seems like you're the one who wants the financial gain behind this situation. You did all the interviewing. You've been getting money off the interviews. Now you about to get money off this member only live. Like,
then you say he ain't want no money. If you want some money, you want some money. But you said you weren't trying to gain no, baby.
Exactly. Now they taking big chunks out of his ass. Okay, they chewing his ass up. He can't take it. This nigga that went did a members only live talk about he responding to comments. Who got time to respond to comments at a time?
And you see the way he chopping them interviews down or whatever. I said, damn, he for the chop and screw these motherfuckers or whatever. Pod 4.
And Meek, where you at, B? Meek, where the fuck is you at? I seen you posted on your wild talk about stuff. You heard the audio, and now it ain't looking too good. And now you know you're wrong. Meek.
Meek, if you listening, come here. Now, when it I felt now Meek is she do race baiting as well or whatever, but when it come to Ben Crump, I can most definitely relate to her when she on how she feel about Ben Crump. I just don't like him. I don't like Ben Crump.
I need her to know to be more careful. You are raising a black man in this type of society, and I feel like she just be looking at this shit in rose-colored glasses, like everything is just fine. They don't care. They're our friends. They like us. They love us. He has many of those friends. Like, baby, no, don't teach that little boy that, because that's not the truth. That's not what's real. He's gonna face a lot of that shit, and I need you to prepare him.
Because at the end of the day, that's a black boy. You see, the other guy that got kicked out the black community.
Now, don't get me wrong. She is in Atlanta, where sometimes it seems like it could be kind of reversed, like because Atlanta is a peculiar place. You know what I'm saying? I go out there, and you know the white.
I feel like racism everywhere.
But it's definitely everywhere, and it's on a lower scale, and it's systematic. And if you don't know that, to teach that to your kid, like, come on now. But all that aside, yeah, I mean, bring your ass here because you was all on them boys' side talking about everybody was accusing the boys and this, that, and the third. Nah, you ain't finna run away from this. I can't wait till I see you. I can't wait till I see you.
Yeah, I know you listening. Come here.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to hit play so we can get out of here. My hair is going live at 7:15 to talk about the witness list being released. Because
Hey,
granted
the witness list long too, PayDae.
it is, and she didn't grant the motion to give it to LBZ and his defense attorney. Now I'm wondering if they're gonna try to push this thing back. I'm wondering if they're gonna try to file a motion saying that they need more time to before trial and end up pushing this date back. Because I'm gonna be pissed if they do. I hope they still have the same date. Okay. But back to this so that we can get out of here and, you know what I'm saying, go holler at my hair and talk about more 3. All right.
Yeah, because I want to know your opinion on some shit. So okay, I don't want to.
All right.
I'm on mute. All right.
Well, there's, as I said, there's some of the things that we can do is we can isolate the different tones, the different signal pieces that are coming through there in the audio. We can take that and isolate the individual people that are in there and try to identify who they are. And that's done digitally. We can actually just isolate the different streams that are there and pull out those different audio pieces.
To all the members of the panel, I want you to listen carefully to this without reading the transcription. One more time.
CETO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you
Hello?
say? Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
Hold the hell up, y'all, because why y'all do this to me? Why do y'all do this to me when y'all know I be live and then y'all send me this shit? Y'all know I gotta say something. So, Jay,
I'm listening.
I think somebody just sent me the goddamn witness list. And Sean G's name is most definitely on it.
Now you said we ain't mixing the content up like that, and I'm behaving up here. So what you gonna do?
Like what? Wait.
This is a Nolan live.
I know this is a Nolan live. Why do y'all do this to me? What is going on? What?
Are you gonna get play or what?
His name on here. That's old boy, huh?
Are you gonna get play or what? We're not talking about the trial. We're not mixing content.
Okay. I'm about to hit play. All right.
It's going up. We're just thinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
Todd Shipley, the words "a man saying wake the F up," I can discern that without reading it on the transcript. Where you hear someone say OMG, I can make that out. I can make out what I think is don't die. They're screaming. What can you make out of this? Because if this is real, this changes the course of the investigation, Todd Shipley.
Well, it definitely does, and those are the things that we want to focus on. So we would look at adjusting the gain, taking out the static noise. We use tools to filter out different parts of the speech so that we can isolate that's being said and try to adjust it and make it more understandable. So there's editing techniques that we can use to try to figure out exactly what's being said, because that items in the foreground of the audio being the two people speaking on the phone are what we want to remove. We want to get to those other conversations in the background and try to isolate those by reducing the static that's there and adjusting the gain higher so we can understand what's being said better.
You know, I don't quite get it to Elliot Connie, psychotherapist and author. If items have been doctored, like the pictures I was describing earlier, where a young man was face down on the beach getting beaten by a group of guys, it's not Nolan. I'm not sure the incentive for pouring gas on the flame, but we have to listen to this and we have to try and discern the truth.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I share your confusion. Like, people want to believe that this was an accidental drowning to the point where anybody asking any questions is experiencing massive amounts of hate online, including Nolan's mother and family and father.
Included me.
And I think it's really important to ask these questions. To the point of the audio that we've been watching, there actually is a version of this that a sound engineer has done exactly what Todd was just talking about, removing the foreground noise and enhancing the background noise. And you can clearly hear them saying things like,
is
wait.
TMZ trying to say that maybe the boys was telling the boat not to die?
It's most definitely what they said. No.
What?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
It say, hold on. They were telling the boat not to die, duh, and telling the boat engine to wake up, duh, y'all slow.
Now they weren't saying it like that. It was quoted a little better than it, but they was it's damn near what it said though, for real. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. I'm like, you know what? No, I ain't heard nothing. I just ain't heard nothing.
Don't make me drop you.
I ain't heard nothing. Like,
What the hell? Not they was telling the boat not
my
to
mind playing tricks on me now. Like, I don't know.
Bro, that shit crazy. Okay, I'm about to hit play.
The F up Nolan. And the very one thing that you can clearly hear in all of these versions is them screaming Nolan, which, to your point, would turn this investigation in a very different direction just by knowing that Nolan was on that boat. And I think it's important that we ask these questions. I'm so glad that you are on top of this, because we need people like you with your platform that don't look like people like me advocating for truth, because people have such a motivation to protect these kids.
Oh, you scared me.
And I don't fully understand it when the motivation should be pursuing justice and truth.
Speaking of attacks on Nolan's mother, listen.
You think this is fundraising? Nah. This is game changing. Yeah. Dream building. Confidence.
Oh, I love them candy bars.
The only question that we have is what happened to our son.
Yeah, I still be buying the chocolate and
That
caramel.
is the only question.
Caramel and milk.
We have consistently been degraded by the public. There's been questions about our parenting, our GoFundMe, this, that, and other. I've been called a racist. I am a healthcare provider, and I take my job very seriously. I love everyone.
Right.
Not only is Nolan's family getting death threats, reportedly, but so are the so-called friends that were on the boat.
Well, I mean,
That's
with
a lie.
everything going on social media right now, and with people saying the crazy things that they're saying, I would
They
never
claim
want to
that's
take
why
the
they ain't
attention
go
off
to
of
the funeral.
Nolan and
Ain't
his
nobody saying
family.
they
They
ain't.
don't deserve that. And,
Okay.
you know,
If
for
they are, it's because they know y'all ain't saying something to do with
personal
it.
reasons. I mean, I've gotten thousands of death threats. My family's got thousands of death threats. I couldn't bring myself to go because, you know, I got to put my own safety first. And even if that means, you know, missing my friend's funeral, I mean, it's horrible. And I wish I
He's
could have
gonna
been
get his
there.
ass beat
But,
if
you
he went
know,
to the funeral.
that's what's been going on, you know?
That is from the Officer Tatum show. Not only
That was
that,
Lauren that made that
apparently
goddamn phone
law
call.
enforcement
That was
is
him
getting
all calm
threatened.
and shit on that
Our
phone call.
community is grieving the tremendous loss of Nolan Wells, who is loved
I
and
really don't like
treasured
her.
by everyone. Nolan's family deserves answers, and
She
our
pissed me
community
off too, and
deserves
she looked like
answers.
the Megan doll.
Every death in the
She got
county,
them white
except
girl
those of
lips for
natural
sure.
causes
That's
and
how them
She
white
looked
all
like
white
the
girl
Megan
lips
unrepresented
doll.
shaped
children,
like that.
Many people don't know that.
She looked just like
We've
that damn
handled death
Megan doll.
investigations in this manner my entire career. Nolan's case is being handled the same way,
No,
with
it's
the same
not.
care and
No,
the same
it's not.
commitment to the truth
No.
that we handle all death
Look
investigations.
at her reading off that
I
strip. She reading off
understand
some
the
paperwork for
public's
sure.
urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him.
Oh, I hate her lips.
Hi, guys. Nancy Grace here. Please join us on Crime Stories and stream it first on Fox 1 when breaking crime news develops with justice, investigators, coverage with real time. And
every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. Our responsibility to Nolan and our community is to complete this investigation thoroughly, carefully, without compromise, supported by the evidence and worthy of the confidence of the people we serve.
that is the elected district attorney in that jurisdiction. Apparently, everyone is getting threatened and attacked. That's not a very good climate
feel them on
in
it.
which to do your job, is it, Dr. Thomas Coyne, the chief medical examiner out of Tallahassee, District 8, toxicologist, pathologist, and neuropathologist? Because everybody's taking heat. They're probably afraid to even walk to their car.
Me?
It does sound like a tinderbox out there. Yeah, no.
You and Nancy need to cut it
certainly
out.
wouldn't wanna do
Ain't
a lot
nobody
more
scared to
investigation
walk to
myself
their
as well.
car. This boy's
Used to
probably
get
been
pretty heated
everywhere.
with
They,
it.
I think when they out
Sadly,
eating
you're
pizza
getting
or
dragged
Popeyes or
into
some
it
shit the next day.
right now. Dr. Coyne, I need to talk to you about the body. And I'm going to circle back, everybody, to the Katie, the mystery Katie girl on Horn Island. Her sister
Katie's
spoke out on
innocent.
her behalf. Okay. And there's a problem with that, too. There is a discrepancy
Katie
with
is
that.
definitely
Before I
innocent
get to
unless
that,
she's the girl voice we heard.
Dr. Thomas Coyne, thank you for being with us tonight. And yes,
Then it is a
we're
plot twist.
dragging
Why
you
would you
into
say
it.
that?
Dr. Coyne,
Damn, that
I
could be Katie on
understand
that boat.
why
Them females
Nolan
was on the
Wells's
bus, on the boat,
lungs
riding with
were
them
removed from his
until
body,
that phone
and
call.
that
Then
the
all of a sudden you hear
second
females.
examiner did not have them. He cannot complete his independent autopsy because he can't look at the lungs. I'm sure the doctor is looking at the lungs in Mississippi because they think he drowned. But why the throat? Why has the initial medical examiner kept the throat?
Well, I'll say anytime that you investigate a drowning, it's considered to be a diagnosis of exclusion, right? So you have to figure out why a person went into the water in the first place and why they couldn't get out. And let's assume, in this case, there was trauma that happened to a person or something that prevented him from getting out of the water. Well, if there was, let's say, a battery or a fight that occurred perhaps with injury to him and to his person, if a person, let's say, was maybe strangled or there was injury to the neck, if a person's been in the body of water for several days, especially floating face down, there's probably going to be some considerable decomposition. And one of the ways that we determine if there's trauma to the neck or if there's been, like, say, strangulation, is if there are hemorrhage in the neck muscles surrounding the airway, and if there's fractures to the cartilage and bones that are within the neck. But if there's some considerable decomposition, the blood that's within the major neck vessels can begin to leak out into the surrounding muscles and make it very difficult for you to differentiate actual hemorrhage from artifact of decomposition. So what they may be doing is preserving the neck itself to digest away all of those tissues, to really examine the bones, the highway bone, and the tracheal cartilage to get a better idea of whether or not there's any trauma or fracturing to those structures. That's the only thing I can think of that why you would want to keep those particular structures. Understand that there's
You sound
no
better than being
significant or no
explaining
specific
this shit.
finding at autopsy that allows you to diagnose
And
drowning,
he sound
even
better than the other
so lungs may have evidence of
Nancy had
fresh water or
that was
salt
from
water.
Fort Worth.
He
was the worst.
But you can't tell whether that was active or passive movement of water into the lungs, if this was a body that was thrown into the water after death, or a person who actively drowned. And so I don't know why they're saving the lungs, but
I like him
the
better.
neck structures, I can make the argument that they're trying to get a better look at the neck cartilage as well as the bone, the highway bone in the neck.
He did good breaking it down.
In partnership with the Norris family.
I'm waiting on Ben to pop his ass back out because I need for him to check
So
this
for the
audio out.
fun, that was a lot. But two things jump out.
Nah, for
at
real.
me.
We
Number
need a
one,
statement from Ben
are
and
you
the
telling
family.
me that the neck, Nolan Wells's neck, may have been retained by the initial medical examiner because the medical examiner cannot tell the difference in a bruise or damage in life, such as a fight, a strangulation? Can't tell that from blood diffusion post mortem during decomp?
Yes, there's that's one of the
That's what he
possible
said,
reasons.
Nancy.
So,
bro, like,
your neck muscles have a lot of what's called
Wait,
myoglobin,
I gotta hear that again.
red proteins that are present within the tissue. You have the blood that's
Ain't nobody safe.
By the in me. That was a lot. But two things jump out at me. Number one, are you telling me that the neck, Nolan Wells's neck, may have been retained by the initial medical examiner because the medical examiner cannot tell the difference in a bruise or damage in life, such as a fight, a strangulation? Can't tell that from blood diffusion post mortem during decomp?
yes, there's that's one of the possible reasons. You know, your neck muscles have a lot of what's called
She about to cuss his
myoglobin,
ass out.
red proteins that are present within the tissue. You have
Now he
the blood
nervous.
that's, within the jugular and carotid arteries that are along those muscles in your neck. Decomposition can discolor everything
Hell
red.
yeah, he
and allow
started his
movement of
statement out
blood into
stuttering.
tissue.
Huh.
And so if there's some confusion about whether or not hemorrhage in tissue is due to decomposition or due to actual injury, they may do a deeper look at those structures. And so that could include microscopic sections, taking the actual tissue sections from that area, looking at it under a microscope, and perhaps also removing all tissues from those structures to just look at the cartilage.
That's a lot of
as well.
words, Coin. I like you.
I can't stand her.
He definitely gave us a word salad.
Yes,
He
no.
definitely gave us
I
a
can
word
even
salad. She
form
said
the
that's too
question
many words.
accurately. Are you telling me the medical examiner, the initial medical examiner, may have kept Nolan's throat because he can't tell the difference in an attack on the neck versus decomp, blood dispersion during decomp?
$5. Salute to
If
you.
there was
What's up?
significant decomposition, that may be one of the reasons. I've
Okay,
never
all right. So I'm
retained
taking
neck
that.
in
Yes, that could be it.
So yes, absolutely. I can't think of any other reason. In drowning, sometimes you have less than 10% of drownings. There's the hypothetical dry drowning where a person can have a spasm of the neck muscles once you swallow water. But there's no physical finding that you could look at autopsy that would prove that. So I can't imagine they would save the neck for that reason. The only reason I can think of is that they're looking at the underlying structures a little more clearly.
So I don't think I need my medical degree, and I don't think I have to be the chief medical examiner in District 8 there in the state of Florida to figure out the first medical examiner kept his throat for a reason. What is the reason? Why the throat? Why not the foot? Why not the hand?
Let's go, Nancy.
Why the throat? There's something about the throat that the medical examiner is concerned about. You just heard Coyne explain it very clinically and in depth. I want to ask you something else. Can I see Dr. Coyne, please? Dr. Coyne, we were just showing you autopsy results, and it's from the second medical exam, the second doctor. That's it. Thank you, control room. On the back of Nolan's neck is deep subcutaneous reddening of the tissue. I've had one doctor who I respect highly tell me that that was pooling of the blood post-mortem. Well, I don't buy that because it wasn't pooled anywhere else on his body, on his back. So why there? It's not pooling. I don't believe that. Then somebody else said, oh, that happened because his head was on the blot at autopsy. Well, the blot at autopsy is usually 4x13. That is 8x12. Plus, that doesn't make sense. You don't bruise post-mortem. So there would not be markings on his body from the autopsy. You can't bruise after you're dead. Your blood's not pumping.
No, that's not correct. It's not bruising. It's just red discoloration. If it was actual hemorrhage or hemorrhage in the tissue, which is a bruise, then they would have called it hemorrhage in the tissue. They're calling it red discoloration. When a body, especially a decomposing body, is on its back, it has to get transported from wherever the body is recovered to the autopsy facility. It remains in the autopsy facility until the autopsy is performed. Then the head is cut open to reflect the scalp back. So first of all, if there was significant hemorrhage there, the first autopsy should have noted that. I don't know what their findings are, but understand that virtue, the process of reflecting the scalp to open the head and then sending the body off to do that second autopsy can also contribute to discoloration just from drying artifact. But when a body lays on its back, especially a body, if there's significant post-mortem interval, yeah, you can certainly have red discoloration just from leakage of both skeletal muscle proteins as well as blood from all the capillaries and blood vessels back here. And it stains the tissue, and very common to get it on the back of your head. You can also get it on your back, but mind you, they're not reflecting the back to look at those tissues in the back, but they are opening the head. And so that's probably why you only see that red discoloration reported there.
I started my podcast with zero tech skills and just one tool, Riverside.
I create high quality podcast recordings straight from my room, and I'm not even using expensive.
It should be close to the end now. Yeah, it's almost over with, y'all.
I believe you're saying, I'm trying to interpret this from a
layperson's point of view, that out of his whole body, he had blood settling on the back of his head at his occipital.
They're only looking at the back of his head, right? They're not opening up his back. When they do the autopsy is performed by a Y incision that's created in front, and those tissues are reflected backwards. They're saying that's red discoloration because it's different color from the normal color of the occipital bone. They're also, from that photo, they're just putting red marker across the back of the occipital bone.
Dr. Coyne, to me, that didn't settle anything. But we can't settle anything because we don't have the full autopsy. So we're like the five blind guys feeling different parts of the elephant, trying to figure out what is it. Okay, we can't sign off until we address the Katie issue. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Alexis Terezchuk, Crime Stories investigative reporter.
But the friends on the boat say Nolan wanted to stay behind because of a girl he just met named Katie. Katie has been
found, and she says no. He said he was leaving with his friends.
100%.
Do I have that much right?
100%.
Okay.
You have that exactly
Let's
right.
take a look at what Katie's sister says. Put it up on the screen, please. Katie had a conversation, assumed Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat that he came out in. Katie made it home. She was on another boat, different people, blah, 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 blah. Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat would not
have left him.
Okay, so
Dave Mack, Crime Stories. What is
okay? This still goes back to maybe Katie was on that goddamn boat because it says Katie was safe because my brother and sister-in-law went and got her on the boat or like in person. Did y'all meet Katie at Fort Bayou and picked up from there? Was she the female voice? I don't know, y'all.
No, Katie is innocent. But they trying to blame Katie. So why would Katie be on the boat? They want to blame her, right?
They've been lying this whole time, though.
You ain't gonna do my Katie. Now I'm protecting Katie.
I mean,
At all costs.
listen, I like Katie. I don't think Katie had nothing to do with it. Whatever female was on that boat sounds very freaked out. You know? So I don't know. But I wonder who was the female voice that we heard though. Yeah.
She ain't in no picture.
Oh, yeah, in my next door neighbor, y'all. It's a little white lady, y'all. He'll holler.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, girl, they be arresting it like a child. She think they so funny. But anyways, yeah, we still gotta figure out who the hell those female voices was. I don't care what nobody say.
Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat would not
have left him. Dave Mack, Crime Stories. What is Katie stating through her sister?
She is saying that Nolan did not stay with her on Horn Island, that she thought he was going back with the same people he came with. And by the way, got to add this, Nancy, Katie McCormick has been working with investigators, has been fully cooperative with them, the Wells family, and she says flat out that he did not stay with her. He went back.
Hi, guys. Nancy
Not my
Grace.
Katie.
You are.
Okay, y'all. That was a lot. That was definitely a lot. We definitely heard very clearly what was going on in the background. I'm very interested to see what the next movement is going to be in this case. I definitely think Bart did something. I don't know if he hit Nolan Wells with the boat. I don't know if he went to pull the boat and maybe Nolan Wells was standing up and then fell and hit the back of his head or what happened. But it's definitely related to Bart and moving that dang on boat. We know that much. Now, even Nancy Grace and the professionals that she had come on her live have said that that audio is 100% the same audio and it has not been tampered with. So with that, now I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Like I said, definitely had something to do with Bart. I'm definitely going to come back and talk about it tomorrow. I definitely think that there's going to be some new revelations in this case. I feel like by tomorrow, we're going to know even more.
Yeah, Ben gonna pop out by tomorrow.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet right now, but I feel like it's the quiet before the storm. I think by tomorrow we're gonna be to hear something from somebody. Now, on the flip side of that, before we end this live, is some shit going on in the Mo3 trial. The judge has granted for him to get the witness list, has granted for all of the lives and the interviews that Trap Boy Freddy and Yella Beezy have done since the demise of Mo3 have been granted to be put in trial. Even Bubba's unaliving is granted to be talked about in trial. And I just got some pictures of OG Bobby Johnson. I just got some pictures of OG Bobby Johnson with his head zipped up in a black hoodie or some shit.
It looked like he got kidnapped.
Like, listen, I don't know what the hell going on in the YouTube streets, but I'm going to release y'all to the YouTube streets so we can find out what the hell is going on. And we will come back and convene if we need to. I don't know if my hair's live. I know for a fact B-Way is live.
He live too.
Okay, do you know if it's a premiere or if it's a live?
He live. He live.
Okay, so we got Mahale live, we got B-Way live. I don't know if OG Bobby Johnson is live or if they can listen. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Bye, Jess. Thank you for coming up. I'll definitely be back tomorrow, y'all. So y'all be on the lookout for my new live. We're gonna come back and talk about it, okay? It's gonna be a lot to talk about. So we just gonna go keep our eyes on the streets for now. Y'all know if y'all catch something y'all think I didn't catch, y'all can send it to my DM. Y'all know my Instagram is pay_day_. All right, I'm out. See y'all later. Thank you, Tennessee girl.
Mom, you done?
Yeah.
Finally, after